and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shaylee, and together, well, can I say this? We're cruising. We have got the most amazing show coming up, and we've got the most incredible cruising deals from Cruise First.
We've got cruise holidays that are there for everybody. We've got cruises. If you've never cruised before, we're going to invite you into that world where you will have the most spectacular time.
No fly cruises where you can virtually pack as much as you like.
That's what you're excited about.
But it's like packing once and visiting so many amazing places on, we'll take a look on these incredible ships.
Imagine waking up to a new horizon each day, where adventure and relaxation come together seamlessly. Welcome to the world of cruising, where the journey is just as thrilling as the destination. Whether you're exploring the vibrant cities of Europe, the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean, or the breathtaking beauty of the Norwegian fjords, a cruise holiday offers you the world all in one unforgettable experience. On board, indulge in world-class dining, relax in luxurious accommodation, and enjoy top-tier entertainment every night. Whether you're soaking up the sun by the pool or unwinding in the spa, every moment on a cruise is designed for your ultimate enjoyment. From the moment you step on board, you will experience a level of luxury and service that makes every day feel like a special occasion. A cruise is more than just a trip. It's a chance to relax, rejuvenate, and create memories that will last a lifetime. So if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Oh wow, I'm already there. Now what you've got to do tonight is not contact us here on Shop on TV. We've got another website for you.
You're going to go direct to Cruise First. So it's cruisefirst.co.uk/TV, because tonight we've got exclusive pricing for you across all of the cruises we're going to show you. This is the page you'll come to. There's so much to talk about alongside those cruise holidays, but we're talking about cruise lines like MSC, Princess Cruises, you've got P&O, celebrity cruises, and all across the world. We've got some great itineraries,
and there's some great prices there, but you've got extra special savings with us. It's a bank holiday exclusive, so you can get these deals that we're going to talk about until Friday. However, if you actually book before 9 p.m. tonight, you'll also go into a draw.
Any cruise with Cruise First, you'll go into a draw and you could win £500 of cruise credit for your next cruise. How great would that be? You book a holiday and then they give you £500 cruise
Absolute
credit.
heaven. And we really do have the right cruise for everybody. If you're sat at home thinking, I fancied a cruise, but I wasn't quite sure, or perhaps you love cruising and you're just after a really great deal or somewhere really different, or perhaps the biggest ship in the world, we've got a little bit of something for everybody.
The biggest ship in the world coming up. We've got a cruise where you can spend Christmas this year in the Bahamas. Oh my word. And we've got cruises that go direct from Southampton, so no fly cruises. There's so much to talk about.
Well, it's been miserable, hasn't it? We've had a miserable summer. I was like, where's the summer gone? And it's gone, hasn't it, already? So we're going to find the sunshine for you on a floating fabulous hotel. And we've got some sunshine as well to introduce you to, who's going to tell us all about it. And that is fabulous Derek. How are you, my love?
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for having us in.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Talking about holidays.
I know.
Yes, please.
Yes. Absolute heaven. Tell us a little bit about Cruise First. How long have they been going?
Cruise First have been around. Early next year, it'll be 25 years in the cruise business. And as the name suggests, they do cruise first. So they're not like other travel agents that can book your 2 weeks to Torremolinos and everything else. Cruise is what they do. So the brilliant thing is their team, they know the cruise ships in and out. They know the cruise lines. They can answer all of those little questions that we want to know the answer to before we'll say, OK, we'll book.
They're specialists. That's what I love about it.
So you can get that bespoke sort of cruise. If you don't find something tonight with us, honestly, get onto the phones. And they are on those phones today.
They are.
3 a.m.
Just for you tonight, right the way through. They're all up. The team, there's a big team as well on standby.
Fabulous.
And all of our team, as I say, know the cruise ships and the cruise lines inside out as well. So you're going to get that advice that you need, the right advice first time. And actually, you know what? We look for the best deal. We're not like, OK, where's the best commission? We are going to look for the best deal. So you'll see from the prices that you see tonight.
And what sort of cruises have we got tonight?
We've got a bit of everything. I mean, you want the biggest ship in the world, like the biggest ticket in cruise, we've got it. But if you want something that's closer to home, we've got it. But also I think we've got those deals where if there's a part of the world that you've always wanted to go and see but you haven't quite been brave enough to do, a cruise is a fantastic way of seeing lots of different places in another part of the world, and then you come back to the familiarity of your cruise ship every single day, which is great.
You've got a really special cruise which you'll actually be on, which is fabulous.
Yes.
But a big team from Cruise First will be on, so it's a little bit of a handheld-in cruise, really.
Yeah. We're going to the Caribbean, so like you were saying, you know, summer here in the UK this year. So if you fancy getting away, me and around 500 of our, because we have our own TV channel as well, so about 500 of our friends from the TV channel have said yes, we'll book that. We're going to Orlando and we're going to the Caribbean. We've got a drinks package included as well, and there's still time to book, and an extra saving tonight for the bank holiday.
Absolutely brilliant. That's coming up a little bit later on. Now, you will notice on the screen we've got some details for a cruise. Can you believe it? Less than £500.
Honestly, we've got incredible deals, but this must be the deal of the night. We tried to stay in London next weekend. We could not stay in London.
It was double
for the
that
price on your screen, honestly. And wait till you hear what's included. If you've never cruised before, you will not actually believe what you're getting. But this is with MSC Cruises, which we've cruised with.
We have, yeah. We did the Splendida, didn't we, a couple of years ago.
And this is another cruise that I love because I can pack as much as I like.
Yeah, exactly, because there's no flying with this. It comes straight out of Southampton, Derek, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the big bonus of that, of course, is because it's just on our doorstep. It's a much easier check-in. It's much more chilled out going through. You still go through security and whatever, but you get on board, and that's it. As soon as you walk up the gang to get onto the ship, that's it. We're on holiday.
And with MSC, the ships are spectacular.
Oh, they're beautiful. Like, don't let the price on this offer make you think this is a budget offering, because, yeah, look.
Oh, my word.
This is MSC Virtuosa. She is beautiful. We call her our ship now in Southampton because she's already been in Southampton for a few seasons now. She goes off to the Caribbean in the winter, and we have her back in Southampton with a massive array of savings and sailings during the kind of March to winter time. And she's fabulous. I mean, you can see she's brand sparkling new. Now, you know that MSC, you know, as you've cruised MSC as well, they are famous for their fabulous Swarovski staircases.
The staircase in the atrium, yes.
And you know what? You think that could be just like a little bit of a gimmick, but there are queues for people to have their pictures taken.
Absolutely, yeah, you're quite
by the
right.
professional photographers and people taking their own selfies and things these days. It's crazy. But you can see there's a whole heap of things to do.
You can't believe this is all on board. I just saw a shop of streets, then we've got a bowling alley. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what I always say about a cruise in and out of the UK, just for those people who've never tried it before? If you think about your typical land-based holiday, you might take a few days coach holiday, you might rent a holiday cottage somewhere. There are dead spots in your day when you're just thinking,
what are we going to do?
Like, we've done lunch, like, it's a long way to dinner, like, what shall we do? The ships, they give you an endless list all the times of things that you can be doing. But there's nothing to say that you can't say,
put your feet up.
It's 3 in the afternoon, I'm going to get my head down for a couple of hours.
I'm going to have a nap.
Siesta. It's brilliant. No one's there knocking on the door at 9 o'clock in the morning saying, right, come on, daily
Let's
dozen
go.
time. No.
The other thing to say, I think, Derek, when we look at all these different features of this ship, it's for every age group, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And do you know what, especially with MSC Virtuosa, because she's done a lot of sailings out of the UK, so a lot of people have tried her. And you know how the word spreads, because you know the cruise used to be for them down the posh end, didn't it?
Of course, I can't go on a cruise.
Now every generation, you were saying generations actually go together as well. So go with grandparents, go with mums and dads, go with the grandchildren. Just hearing how busy we are already on the phone lines. Remember that phone number? It's 0808 120 0000. It's a free phone number, and honestly, they are amazing at the call centre. If you've got any questions, they're there for you to ask, but please get these deals, especially if you see a deal like this, because they are going to be subject to availability, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, very much. And actually, however many sailings MSC Virtuosa does out of Southampton, they book up so quickly and they disappear very, very quickly. Just to say as well, of course, because you're taking, it's just so fortuitous that I'm here on a bank holiday with you, because we've got our bank holiday sale, even though technically it's not bank holiday anymore.
No.
Our bank holiday sale goes right the way through until Friday. Friday. It's not a just the weekend thing. We go right the way through till Friday. So if you put this into our website right now, you won't see the discounted price, but you will only pay the discounted price.
Right, so on the website it will say £524 per person,
Yes.
but the deal you're getting is £499 per person. You can check out all the deals available on the website as well, but if you want this one, oh, look at the shows.
The shows are
The
spectacular.
shows are amazing, aren't they?
Do you know the thing is, Hayley, we're now looking at the region of the world that we're going to on this cruise. We almost don't need to go anywhere. You know that the ship and everything that it has on board, you could cruise to nowhere and back. You can cruise from Southampton round the Isle of Wight for a whole week.
Funny
and
you
have a
should say.
fabulous
We've
holiday.
done that on a ship.
There you go.
But definitely look out your windows because have a look
Yes,
at this.
look at where we're
Scenery.
going. We're going to the Norwegian fjords. The Norwegian fjords are so beautiful.
We so want to do these.
Yeah, we haven't done
Honestly,
this one.
please do it if you can, because as a first time, as a 13th, as a 300th time cruise, it is worth doing. It's not far from the UK. That's the great thing. That's why people like trying it as a first cruise. It's not too far. It's only up in Norway.
Yep.
It's not freezing cold 24 hours a day. Norway is absolutely beautiful. As you can see here, the fjords carved out by the glaciers, which is why they're so
wow.
deep and beautiful. Think of the mountainous scenery in the Lake District, but times that by 1,000 and add snow caps.
Wow, look at that.
Here's where we're going. Now, there'll all be places you'll be able to pronounce by the time you get back. We go to Haugesund first, which is a beautiful little port. Explore the land of the Vikings here. Have those really authentic experiences in these places. And you'll love just wandering and looking around at them as well. They're beautiful. Next, we go into Nordfjord Eid, and that's near the Brickstall Glacier as well, which is one that a lot of people like to go and see. You can take day excursions, remember. You don't need to have arranged your own kind of trips and things to do. MSC will offer you excursions that you can buy and take. Now, here's my tip. Flarm. Flarm, take the railway. It's incredible. Takes you right up through the mountains, but it does a photo stop in the middle for the most huge waterfall at a place called Hjosfossen. And there's another surprise there that I've never released on telly in 15 years. And I'm not about to do it even on
It's a
ITV
secret.
tonight.
Tell us after.
Next, we go into Stavanger. Now, Stavanger is actually a city in Norway's terms. To us, we'd feel like it was a town size. So it's very walkable. It's very easy to get around. It's so charming, and the people in Norway are so welcoming and so lovely. It's just a beautiful part of the world to go and see. So if you like scenic UK, think the Highlands and the Lake District, put those together and then times that by 1,000 in terms of beauty. You're sailing eye to eye with the scenery as well from the top of a cruise ship. You get the best views.
Yes.
There's no other way of covering that kind of area without spending a lot of time in a camper van.
Now, all you
that's
need
amazing.
for this cruise is £100 per person deposit. Remember, the price is less than £500 for what we just saw there. That amazing ship, fantastic scenery.
Yeah.
They really are, for me, they're real holidays of a lifetime each time you go on one.
Yeah, they are.
That is just so stunning.
And people still have outdated views of what a cruise ship
Yes.
will be.
Yeah.
They think the buffet will be like going to a wedding where every fifth dish will be the same thing over and over again. Their food's
Nothing
from
like
around
that.
the world. It's
absolutely
incredible. We didn't even touch
amazing.
on the food there on that
No.
ship. and there are-
Speciality restaurants.
Yep,
Yeah.
many of them absolutely beautiful. Some of them are like little theatres as well. They do something called teppanyaki, you would have heard of
Lovely,
before,
yeah.
where the chef chops up everything
Yeah.
and throws it at you and whatever. It's a fantastic night. It's worth
And
treating
all of
yourself to.
that on that amazing ship, seeing that incredible scenery. I mean, what a beautiful first cruise, perhaps. Or perhaps you've been cruising like we've cruised for a while, but we've never done the Norwegian fjords, and we would love to. And when you look at that price, honestly, hand on heart, we were trying to stay in London next weekend. We couldn't get anything near
For 3 nights.
the price that you're looking at the screen. And per person, exactly the same, couldn't get anywhere near it just for the hotel. But remember what else is included, because it's
So
not
much.
just the hotel, because you've got the food included as well, which is amazing. And you're travelling to all those different places with that amazing food. And we'll take a look. Let's have a little look at all that is included.
Yeah, because what's included here is spectacular again for the price. We've got cruises for everyone tonight that we're going to feature. It's so busy already. You've got a 7-night full board cruise on the MSC Virtuosa. You've also got a premium drinks package for £29 per person
We
per
could
night.
not believe that
That's
price.
half the normal price.
Because you won't be surprised, we always add on the drinks package. That is amazing. And that's for soft drinks and alcoholic drinks. It's beers and wines.
Champagne's included as well.
Believe, yeah.
Cocktails included as well on that premium drinks package if you want to add that in. Now, you do have options to upgrade. This is another brilliant bonus on the upgrades.
So good.
If you pay for an ocean view upgrade, they'll
Which
actually
is just
upgrade.
£199 per person. You'll
But it's not an ocean view, it's a
get
balcony.
a balcony upgrade.
Happy days. We're excited about this, aren't
We love a balcony.
we? We love a balcony.
And you can sit out and see those incredible views. And remember, this is an exclusive bank holiday saving. So you're saving £50 per couple only up until Friday. But remember, if you book before tonight at 9 p.m, you've got the chance to win £500 worth of future cruise credit. I mean, there's no reason, and we are already really busy on this. Remember, it is subject to availability. It's an amazing deal that I think is going to disappear really quickly.
And you do want to book tonight, go to the phones. The team are in the call centre right through till 3 a.m, ready to take your calls. Remember, their number is 0808 120 0000. Some of the guys in the call centre.
Yeah, I think we've got David, Emma, Gillian, Kimberly.
That's a long list. Philip, Victoria.
There's loads.
They're all picking up the phones right now.
And they're all thoroughly qualified in knowing every last detail that you need to know about this cruise or any other cruise.
Cruise
If you're
specialists.
watching tonight or this morning, I never know what we are, and you're thinking that's not the right cruise for me, but I do fancy cruising, please just get on the phone and ask as well, because they are the absolute experts. And remember, you're getting deals on all cruises up until Friday, but all cruises as well. If you book them before 9 o'clock, you'll go into that draw as well.
You've got all those extra special deals, and that's why it's good to get in touch tonight. If you want to go to the website, cruisefirst.co.uk/TV, and remember, you can, when you're on the website, register for a call back. But if you want to book tonight, go to the call centre.
Still, you need to book tonight. Wow.
I think you definitely do. Let's take a little look at what's included on your cruises.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily servicing provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium, or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising as a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter what the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's always snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment. From Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke and silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So if you want more holiday for less money, make sure you choose to cruise.
And we've definitely got all the right cruises for you this evening. And of course, jump onto the website. There's so many. I think there's about 8,500 different cruises on the website. So if the cruises we've got tonight aren't the right cruise for you, you can have a little look. You can break it down into categories as well.
Yeah.
It's a really nice website to navigate.
It's really simple. It might be the destination, you know, or the date, or the particular cruise line you want to go for. It might be a particular ship. And there's also cruise tours on there. So maybe you want to do a cruise and stay. In fact, the next one we're going to feature from P&O is a cruise and stay. But before we do, Derek, when we talk about cruising, it's getting more and more popular. for everybody.
Yeah, massively. And do you know what? I completely understand why. Spending a night in London right now, because we're here in the studio in London. So the train to and from where I live in North Yorkshire and a night in a hotel versus the prices of cruising, I'm like,
Yeah.
I could go away.
I could get 4 nights of cruising for what it's cost me to be here for
And
a day.
it's the absolute truth. And it's not even just London, because then we looked at other places.
No, it's
for next
everywhere.
weekend.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Everywhere is so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, long gone are the days where you can just go for a coffee and a cake and that's under a tenner.
No.
You know, you go for lunch now and you just have a couple of cups of tea, a couple of sandwiches and cakes, and it's like 60 quid.
Well, we stopped
Sorry?
for a coffee on the way down, and it was £10
There you
for,
go.
you know, 2 coffees.
2
and a-
coffees.
Do you know the other thing though, the reason I think why it's become so popular, of course, we had that big pause where we couldn't travel. And I think that made us all reevaluate kind of a lot of things actually. Togetherness. We don't live next door to our families anymore. We don't live in those kind of traditional, everyone lives in one street and whatever. So this is a really good way. When we came back after the pandemic, there were lots and lots of cruises just going around the UK. So people tried it for the first time. And do you know what? They loved it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can see already from what we've seen so far, they loved it. You know what? 1 in 4 people have already cruised. And then there's about 3/4 of people who kind of have vaguely heard the idea, like the idea, but haven't yet gone for it. And actually, now with the price of everything else coming up, actually cruise prices are giving every other holiday on land such a run for its money. I can really understand why more people are doing it.
And I think this is why this show is particularly good, because not only do we see the ship come to life,
Yes.
we see all the different places that we're going to get to go to, don't
Well, I can send you 100 brochures. It's a static picture.
Yeah, no.
This shakes it up and puts it in words and
When you
pictures.
get onto these ships, and you virtually are getting on the ships with us tonight, you just fall in love. And so many people, I know so many people that have cruised for the first time, come back and say, we loved it. We've booked another cruise for next year, because you really do get it in your blood. You absolutely love it, because you can't get this anywhere else. I truly don't believe you can get that ship atmosphere, that what's on a ship and all those different
what you
places
get.
you visit.
Now we've changed the
couldn't do it.
details on the screen for our second cruise. This is a fly cruise with a
Icy sunshine.
3-night stay in Tenerife and a 7-night cruise with P&O, who are a cruise line that I think a lot of people will have heard of.
Yes, they're for us. I mean, you see them everywhere. Adverts everywhere.
absolutely.
You see left, right and centre. Do you know, this is a good compromise cruise. I was about to tell you a little story about there's lots of couples out there, and I've met lots of couples at cruise fairs and things like that, where one of the couple not so keen on cruising. One really wants to go. So this kind of holiday is brilliant, because you get a little bit of beach stay and a little bit of cruise. And I tell you what will happen, the person that wasn't so keen on cruising, when they come back from this holiday, they'll be cruising 5 times a year.
Now,
So we start with a flight out to Tenerife, which I'm happy already. We're going to stay there for 3 nights in a hotel.
Yeah, we are. Hard life, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Really
Just to
hard
get us
life.
completely chilled for our cruise.
Yeah, can you cope with 3 nights in Tenerife?
yes,
Ah,
please.
What would you fancy? We love, I mean, the fact, you know, we all love as Brits the Canaries, because we know that's where the sun is. We know, you know,
Pretty much
that's a
year round.
4.5-hour flight, and there we are. Thank you,
Yeah,
we're in the sun,
absolutely.
and it's guaranteed sun in the, you know, in some places. Oh, I'm not so sure. It could be, it can't be. Canaries, we're guaranteed, aren't we? Pretty much. And in February, what's February like here? Let's just remind ourselves.
Not like Tenerife.
No, strangely enough, not at all. We never see that yellow thing in the sky in February very often, do we? Anyway, so you are there for 3 nights in a hotel. It's wonderful. There are loads of things that you can do. And listen, I can talk to you all about shopping that you can do, museums you can go and do. But listen, it's February. You've had a long, hard winter by then. Just enjoy the sunshine. Just enjoy lying on the
absolutely.
beach, being horizontal.
Definitely.
And just feeling the warm sun on your skin.
Now, this is based on a departure of the 26th of February. It's 10 nights, as we said, look at the ship. But there are other dates available if you want
look at the
to go
price as
for
well.
other dates.
We couldn't get a weekend away for this again abroad. We looked at every option for next weekend, and nothing with these sort of
And
prices.
dates with this itinerary start from this October. Now, the Azora is a beautiful ship.
Yeah, and you know, the P&O ships are very much built for us as Brits.
British market.
Because you know what? We like what we know, and we know what we like, us Brits.
That's
so,
good.
you know what? We want tea and coffee. Thank you very much. Tea and coffee making facilities. We want plugs that sockets that match our plugs. Thank you very much. And you know, we want the very best of everything. And P&O Cruises really deliver. Their ships are wonderful. Azura has such an amazing personality, I would say, as a ship, because she has sailed for a fair few years, and that's a good thing because she gets repeat customers again and again and again. So it's such a popular ship. The entertainment is fantastic. Let's get on to some of the things that you can actually enjoy on board, because of course you can enjoy fine dining, and of course that's pointed at us, so it's not fussy food, it's food that we like to eat.
Okay.
If you want that, let's dress up, let's have a wonderful, you know, special feel night, absolutely, it's there for you. Can't really be bothered tonight, just, you know, we're going to be cruising around, you know, the Canaries here, so you might just think actually just something light tonight. No problem, always there for you.
Right.
That's another misconception. I think people think, oh, well, you've always got to dress up and you've always got to be in a suit. It's not like that anymore, is it?
No, no, and in the buffet, it's not everyone in one line. Doesn't work like that anymore either. It's really good. The staff on board are amazing. I mean, absolutely incredible. They're what makes a cruise like this for you as well, the amazing team from P&O. So many different types of entertainment in the evening. Yes, the big theatre shows, but you've got lounge shows with live music all over the place as well. So let's talk about where we're going, shall we, on Azura for this one. We go out to Funchal in Madeira.
Beautiful.
Yeah, which is a stunning place. They call it a garden island, and you know what, you can see there from the colour. It's just a lovely place to be. There are lots of tours again that you can take with P&O that you can book up if you want to. Gran Canaria, most people have heard of. We will stick to the Canary Islands here because, you know, we started off in Tenerife, so we want to stay where the sun is. So going into Gran Canaria, fantastic, lots to do in Las Palmas, so of course you can head further south, of course. Fuerteventura, really, really lovely. They have quite rugged landscapes actually, and not a lot of people know, of course, the Canaries are volcanic. Luckily they're quiet these days, but that means really rugged landscapes and really lovely drives around the islands as well.
Lots of movies are made out in the
Canaries.
Yeah,
Absolutely, all those like fantasy things and like surface of the moon kind of looks in places. We come back into Tenerife, we spend an extra night on the ship, so we've got a little bit more holiday before we then fly back to the UK, which is great. I just think, I mean, when you match up with the price and what we're doing here, 3 nights in the sun in a hotel and a 7-night cruise for that price.
That is incredible.
Well, if you were paying $849 per person for that, that'd be spectacular. But with that bank holiday special, that exclusive that we've got for you, it's another £50 off, so less than £800 for a 10-night holiday.
And then you've got your hotel stay first of all, so that's 3 nights in a hotel, 7 days on a cruise, and I love the fact as well then you overnight again in Tenerife before you come home. It's lovely, you're sort of rested before you get on the cruise, so you float onto the cruise, and then when you cruise back you've got another night just to relax before you have to come
And on this one, we do all the transfers as well.
Brilliant.
So, fly out to Tenerife, transfer to the hotel, transfer from the hotel to the ship, transfer from the ship back to the airport, fly back. We couldn't make it any simpler than that.
So I think that's another great one if you're a first-time cruiser.
Yes.
Like a bespoke cruise where you don't have to think.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any
I think we're also happy as well with the Canary Islands. So again, if you haven't cruised before, you've probably been to the Canary Islands.
Familiar
Yeah, that would be.
It might have been a long time ago when you went to the Canaries and you've just forgotten about them because you've started holidaying in other parts of the world, or you've just stayed close to home for whatever reason. You know, get back down there, they're beautiful.
In fact, stunning islands. And it works out at £80 per person per night. That is spectacular value.
That is crazy because that is your food, your entertainment,
activities,
that's all the activities, a different port.
You unpack once, so that's the great thing, and then you go to all those different places
and it's
each
up to
day.
You can get off and visit, or you can stay on the ship. We sometimes like to stay on the ship
on a port
it's really
day.
Quiet then,
everyone goes out.
Got off. So you're like, this is my cruise ship. There's no one else here.
It's like the best kept secret, or the worst kept secret in cruising, isn't it? Actually, when you go into a port, everyone disappears on tours and things. You stay behind, and you're like, I've got everybody and everything to myself, and all the activities
Everything
and things
still
are still
goes on,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
everything's
Yeah.
still open. It doesn't
Still have
shut
that
down.
fabulous lunch, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's
honestly,
amazing.
It is
Brilliant.
absolutely
Get the pick of the
amazing.
loungers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And with P&O, remember, if you can't make this particular date, once again, there are weekly departures from as soon as October this year, right through to February.
So whilst you're watching, if you're thinking, oh, I do fancy that, but the date's not right, please do ask, get onto the phones. And if you're watching thinking, well, the cruise isn't quite right, honestly, Cruise First have the right cruise for you. So
everybody.
get onto their website, which is cruisefirst.co.uk/TV, or jump onto the phones. The team are absolutely amazing. They're massively busy, but it is a free phone number. They'll get to you as soon as they possibly can. And of course, the number there, just jot the number down. Perhaps take a photograph of the screen so you've got it on your phone, because remember, if you book before 9 o'clock tonight, you will go into a draw where you could win up £500 worth of cruise credit for your next cruise. And remember, we've got our lines open until 3 a.m. this morning, and then they'll reopen from 9 tomorrow.
Let's remind you what's included in this particular deal. So first of all, you've got your return flights, and as Derek was saying, all your transfers overseas are included as well, so you don't have to find your way anywhere. They're going to hold your hand and look after you. That 3-night hotel stay, and then an overnight on board in Tenerife at the end of the cruise.
If you had all this up, your flights, then 4 nights
my
really
goodness.
in Tenerife, and
Yeah.
then 7 nights full board.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, afternoon
For
tea,
7
snacks.
nights. Look at the price. That's
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. And then we can upgrade.
Yeah.
I would fancy this, and that's a nice way to do it, either to an ocean view for £49 per person. That's amazing. Or the balcony for £349 per person.
So-
The choice is, that's a nice thing, there's choice
It's
for
all
everybody.
your choice. The prices start based on an inside cabin, obviously. You'll also have the opportunity to choose local flights. There may be supplements for those, but that opportunity will be there for you. We've got that exclusive sale saving for you of £100 a couple. And as Hayley was just talking about, you will go into that free prize draw
I love
with
a
a
prize
chance.
draw.
You do. You love any competitions, you. £500 future cruise credit if you are the person who's drawn out, but you've got to book by 9 p.m. tonight for that.
And how exciting will that be? You've got your holiday booked, and then you find out you've won £500 of cruise credit for your next holiday.
Yeah, you're already planning the next
Sounds
one.
good for me. If you're still at home, sitting right now, I mean, you might be a cruise lover, but perhaps you've never cruised, and you're wondering, is a cruise
it
right
right?
for me?
I think it's right for everyone. So take a little listen to what some of the Cruise First passengers had to say.
What is not to love about cruising? It's waking up every day with a brand new adventure at different ports. People say, you do it every year, and I say yes. And it's not what you think. You must try one. You know, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And they think it's very, very expensive when it's not. When you break it down, you'll get an absolute bargain for your food, your drink, and the luxury of being on this boat.
When you're on a cruise, you're away from everything. You're away from all the problems, as long as you leave your phone at home and you know, all that stuff. You're away from people, you're away from cooking. No cooking, no takeaways, nothing like that. You can ring up and get something brought to your room quite easily, no problem.
Do it while you've got whoever your significant other is in your life. Because one day they might not be there, but then you will have the knowledge of knowing you can carry on cruising and carry on enjoying and having a good time.
Wow, I mean, it's lovely to hear from and to see all the different sort of people that travel
Yep.
on a cruise. Now, we have got queues on the phones. Please do hold. The teams are amazing,
Yep.
and they will pick up as soon as they can.
And they're right through till 3 a.m. So hang on the phone. Remember, it is a free phone number from mobiles and landlines. We don't want you to miss out on the deals that we're showing you.
so
We've only shown you 2 so far, but it's time for number 3, and this is a brilliant cruise. This is the Caribbean. Oh my word! We've looked at this and we were like, should we book this?
Absolutely. I've written wow by this. This is just incredible. And this is all inclusive as well, the cruise, which is amazing. Obviously, when you cruise, you do get full board. You get your
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch and dinner, but this is all inclusive. There's actually a drinks package included.
And the drinks package is worth £420 per person. It's soft drinks, it's alcoholic drinks, it's all the drinks, and it's included. We've already got a reduced price. Take a look at the details. It's 11 nights in total. Now, Derek, I
Yes.
believe you may be on this.
Yeah,
Well-
this cruise is a little bit more exciting than
Good.
the
It has my name all over it because actually it took us about a year to actually get this deal together, because you know the cruise business is a very, very big business
And
as well.
competitive.
Yes, absolutely. So we wanted to get a deal that just allowed people who had never been to the Caribbean before, hadn't been that brave before. Maybe you've cruised to the Canaries or the Med or around
Yep.
the UK or up to Norway. You fancy doing the Caribbean because everyone talks about the Caribbean. You mention a cruise, the second thought is always Caribbean, but some people are just not brave enough to make that first step. So this is the cruise that myself and the team at Cruise First designed to say, you know what, we'll send a big team from Cruise First there to be there with you.
Great.
I'll be there as well, because you
The
know we
whole
have our own
cruise.
TV channel. So, you know, I said, right, okay, well, come with me. Come with me
Fabulous.
and we'll do it. And actually, I thought we'd have 20 or 30 people come along with us, and that would be lovely. We'd have a lovely time.
How many so far?
We're at the best part of 500 people
Brilliant.
now.
Love it.
And listen, we have room for more. We
Great.
have room for more. And we have got the drinks package included as well. And we
that's
are going to the sunny Caribbean.
Great
I know.
value.
I know.
Great
We had
value
to
for
work
money.
hard to get this exclusive deal
And
together.
it's not just a cruise.
No.
We're going to Orlando first.
Yeah, we
and
are.
Staying in a hotel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
3
goodness.
nights in Orlando. Now, Orlando can be all things to all people. You can decide, right, okay, I want to do the theme parks.
Yes.
But that's not all there is
A lot
in
of people
Orlando.
I think that's all that's there.
Yes, a lot of
So
people
much
think,
more.
well, I haven't got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old with me. Will it be right for me? Well, of course, actually, lots of Disney lovers are slightly older than
Definitely.
6 or 8 or 9. As I found out when I went to Disneyland in Paris last year, I was like, wow, there's lots of Disney fans. But there are so many other parks beside that. But way, way, way beyond the parks, there's so many other attractions in Orlando as well. You'll see some of them here. There's the most amazing outlet shopping.
I was going to say
You know when
shopping.
you hear the old stories of people taking an extra case to buy clothes?
Yeah.
That's where they're shopping. They're shopping in the malls and the outlets in Orlando, because International Drive just is absolutely chock-a-block. And of course, you know, if you've never been to America before, for me, before I went to America for the first time, which was only a couple of years ago, I'm just fascinated by the dining in America, because I just think, I've got to see these restaurants, I've got to
Yeah.
see these places. So actually just to be in International Drive, they've got massive amounts of dining. So you're there for 3 nights in a hotel.
Fabulous.
Then we transfer you from the hotel in Orlando
Okay, that's
down
included.
to the cruise port
Great.
in Miami, because the two aren't necessarily close to each other. So we've put on the transfer there for you, and then you're on board this beauty. Now we're back with MSC here and the Swarovski crystal staircases.
There
With a
it is,
slightly different design ship here. She's beautiful. Now the seaside class with MSC is all about sunshine cruising. So where we saw Virtuosa, where a lot happened on the inside of the ship, because it might be more temperate climates, here we're out in the sunshine, so we want to be outside as much as possible. The inside is actually slightly modelled on New York. You saw the big Statue of Liberty in the
Yeah.
middle of the bar there. There's so many different things for you to do, let me tell you. We are so looking forward to it. Obviously, I've been doing extra research for this ship, because I'm going to be there
Yeah.
as well on this cruise, and I can't wait. People still think as well that cruises are all about eating heavy, stodgy food and nothing but. No.
Not at all.
It's there for everyone, all dietary requirements. You know, if you want just light bites, you are not sitting there to 6 courses every single night. You've got massive
It's
choices.
what you want.
It is what
Absolutely,
you
yeah,
want.
absolutely.
And also that you don't have to stick to the set times of, you know, I'm here. Oh yeah, the
What is
Robotron.
this?
You fancy that,
I
Hayley?
would love this.
No, no
Not so much
way.
Hayley.
I would be laying on the deck.
I would
and
be
waving
loving
to
that.
Sean on that.
Taking the
Oh my
pictures.
word,
Yeah.
not hard.
What a crazy thing to have on a
I'll
cruise
hold
ship,
On
it
a
right?
down.
ship. Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, I'd be no good
Now
on
look
that.
at
But on
this.
the ship, this is me.
In the
This is where I
Caribbean.
am.
Oh.
These are amazing. I mean, it's just the height of enjoyment
They're
and
just
luxury.
so stunning, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you talk 5-star, you talk 5-star plus, because they're
Yeah.
just so unbelievably.
They are so
incredible.
much.
You can't believe it's all on a ship.
No. And that's why, can I just say as well, because I know a lot of people have concerns about the size of ships. You only ever notice the size of a ship when you're stood next to it in the dock.
That's so true.
Once you're on it, you lose that sense of size. And actually, the bigger the ship is, I'm going to keep saying it until the cows come home. I've said it for the last 15 years on TV talking about cruise. The bigger the ship, the more there is to do, the more choices there are for you to take. And just look at the styling of this. This isn't budget cruising. The price tag that we're giving you would lead your mind to thinking, okay, this is budget cruising. It's not at all. MSC are one of the biggest independent cruise lines there is out there. They sponsor the Formula One around the world. They're a big deal out there in the cruising world, and their ships are stunning. In fact, while the World Cup was in Doha, one of their ships was actually ported in Doha, acting as a hotel.
Really?
You know what? And that's a very discerning clientele in Doha, isn't it? Who aren't going to settle for anything. Look at the restaurants on board.
And this is all inclusive, so we can have our breakfast, lunch, dinner and drinks.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, food, lots of included dining right the way through the day. Take that as a given on all the cruises that you see here. There are some specialty dining restaurants if you choose to. You can treat yourself to, like we just saw the Butcher's Cut Steakhouse there, which is lovely. It's well worth doing.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near the kind of bill you would come out with, at your average steakhouse with. It's really, really nice to do, and of course excursions along the way at the places you're going to.
I think we've got to cover entertainment because the entertainment is spectacular.
Let's go around the Caribbean first and show you where we're going, because we're going out of Miami and we go to Jamaica first. I can't wait for this. There are some amazing experiences in Jamaica. Lots of, beach sitting, lots of water activities if you want to as well. You can go kayaking through a rainforest there. Georgetown in the Grand Cayman Islands. Now everyone goes to Stingray City here, which is what you're seeing on the picture
I've done that. It's amazing.
And they're just so...
You go out to a sandbank.
Yes.
Oh, it's spectacular.
Wonderful. Cozumel in Mexico. Now you can head to the markets in San Miguel here. I think you might like the sound of a tequila tour though here. I was thinking, well, maybe.
Why not?
You know what, drink responsibly, of course, one at a time, but, a tequila tour, great fun to do. Now, we're in Ocean Key now. Now, Ocean Key is MSC's very own private reserve. It's reclaimed. And they're restoring all the reef system here as well. And it's a day where just the passengers from that ship will spend the day in absolute sheer luxury.
So a private island.
Your own,
Food
your
there.
Own Paradise Island.
Yeah, food there for you. Your drinks package comes onto the island with you as well. So the bars on the island as well. It's amazing. A really, really lovely place. And then you've got another relaxing day at sea before the end of the cruise. So it's not rushed, this one. Actually, the day at sea is just before the Ocean Key, but it's a very relaxed pace of this one.
12
Look
days.
how much you are getting for your money there. That is incredible. So the hotel stay to start off with in Orlando. Then you're actually taken.
Your transfers are included.
The actual ship. You don't have to worry about that. You get on board, and then you've got these incredible. I mean, we are talking absolute heaven, aren't we? We're talking paradise. We're talking
Well, that's what the Caribbean is. It's those islands are spectacular.
And have you seen the date? It's very close to my birthday.
It is close to your birthday.
Handy.
That's very handy.
27th of November, 3 months from today.
Yeah.
Can I throw something else into the mix very quickly?
Okay.
And I feel I should tell you this because obviously we have a TV channel and 500 of our friends have decided to book through our regular TV channel, which includes with you guys here at ShopOnTV as well. But on this cruise, we're hosting some special events as part of our group booking, one of which might involve possibly, if you're quite good at the quiz, winning a cruise. Just saying, that might just be an extra.
There's another
sugar
little
on top.
It's going to be fabulous.
Oh.
If you know Derek's on it, it's going to be amazing. But it just looks amazing, isn't it? And again, when you see the price, you see what you're getting. When you realise it's all inclusive as well, you've not got that on a drinks package.
The drinks package,
there.
£420 per person's worth of value. That's included in the price that you see here. Like we said, over 500 people have already signed up for this cruise as part of Cruise First. Tonight's the night. tonight to book and make that exclusive saving once again.
And of course, you can see at the bottom, if you do book before 9 o'clock tonight, you will get a chance to win £500 of future cruise credit. But look at everything else here. Return flights, obviously. Then a 3-night stay in Orlando.
That's spectacular in itself, but the premium drinks package we've talked about, but the upgrades. Now, all the prices that you see on screen are where the prices begin. If you want to upgrade to an ocean view for only £199 per person, or a balcony is only £299 per person. Definitely worth an upgrade, in my opinion, if you, especially in the Caribbean.
And the great thing is you're already saving £100 per couple. So in a way, I'd think, well, actually, I'm saving £100. So if we want to
I am so glad you said that. Do you know, I have spent 10 years saying, OK, well, if you're saving this here, treat yourself to an upgrade there. Absolutely.
That's like money back in my hand.
Come on, let's go, Caribbean.
We knew you'd get on.
What should I do with this? Oh, yes.
Spend it there.
Balcony, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can justify it, can't you?
Yeah.
You've saved it, so you can spend it.
Yeah,
And remember, when you're looking on the website, the prices will be that first price. Don't panic. You will get the deal that you're actually seeing on our screen. It is an exclusive deal for the bank holiday. Well, we've run over bank holiday, but it's running up until Friday. However, do book if you can before 9 o'clock tonight. And there's so many different choices.
Yeah, and these are just the cruises that are on the show. If you are on the website, cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. If you want to go through to a particular cruise, like you just saw there, when you go through, you can then request a call back, and the team will call you back tomorrow.
Book your cruise on the website, but you can actually ask for a call back. You want to talk to somebody because they want to talk through absolutely everything. The team are amazing. So it's a really lovely website that will really give you the excitement of where you want to go and which cruise to pick. But then talk to the team so they can talk you through everything.
But if you do want to book now, whilst some cabins obviously will be time limited, they're not unlimited, the amount of cabins.
Well, already 500 people have booked from Cruise
on this
First.
particular cruise,
Yeah.
So if you want to call the call centre and book tonight or today, 0808 120 0000 is the phone number. They are very busy in the call centre. You can understand why at these kind of prices, but brilliant deals across the entire show.
And of course, it is our very first cruise show as well, so super excited. So nice to think we're offering you the opportunity perhaps to try cruising for the first time at crazy low prices. Or perhaps you love cruising, but you've been looking at the deals about and you're like, oh my word, Cruise First have got some great deals.
Yeah.
So do check everything out. And if you've got any questions, please do email in. We've got Derek with us, so studio at ShopOnTV.co.uk. If you want to email in any questions, we'll try and get them answered through the evening as well.
Now, we've got to remind you of that first deal that we did at the top of the show. Your chance to cruise, maybe for the first time, for under £500. But I love what you said, Derek. Don't think you'll get on board and you think, I can't believe this was £500.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you see the pure beauty of these ships, that's what strikes you. Because you think, and listen, I can completely understand it. You know, we all look around at the price of everything, and so you might be looking at the price of this, and you might be thinking to yourself, that looks too good to be true.
Yeah.
What I can say to you is normally and traditionally and way back when, you would need to be from down the posh end, and even to take a risk on a 7-night cruise out of the UK, you'd be talking about committing at least a 4-figure price tag to even try it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Cruising has come on so much, and let me tell you what's happening with MSC as well. I'm sure they won't mind me telling you this. We have an amazing relationship with MSC. We've kind of grown together because MSC as a cruise line, maybe 5-6 years ago, weren't so well known in the UK market. They were more of a Mediterranean cruise line, and they still very much cruise in the Med as well. They weren't so well known here in the UK. And they are a disruptor here in the UK. They are here to say, come and try us.
Love it.
We are, and actually the best way of getting someone to try your product is by saying, have a look at the deal.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Definitely.
Can I say something else as well, just very quickly? Bank holiday sales, they usually end at like 5 p.m. on the Monday, don't they?
Yeah.
We are now, what's the time
Not
now?
here.
I don't even know what time it is now.
It's 1 a.m.
Right.
on the Tuesday.
So we're way over the bank holiday right now. You can take advantage of this deal right now, right the way through until 9 o'clock tonight. In fact, right the way through until Friday, I think,
Friday,
can't
yeah.
you,
But
for
if
this
you
deal?
booked before 9 o'clock tonight, you'll go into the draw where you could win a £500 worth of
The price of
cruise
one person
credit.
cruising.
Yes.
Oh my
For your
goodness,
future
yes.
cruise.
That's a great
And
point.
can I tell you, this isn't a needle in a haystack opportunity with MSC and Cruise First working together. We really do have a massive account with Cruise First. So we work so closely together.
Right.
So we have some literally jaw-dropping
Spectacular
deals with them. It is crazy. And what I would urge you to do, this ship that we're looking at, MSC Virtuosa, go and search her through the website, on our website, through all the other sailings that she's doing, and go and have a look at the deals that are around there, because you will have your head turned.
Now,
Is that a robot?
Yes, it's a barman. It's a barman. He doesn't answer back. Well, he does answer back actually, but very politely. You can invent cocktails with him as well.
Brilliant.
Or go for a
Love it.
classic.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I know when we took Mum on the ship for the first time, she was blown away, because I don't think you'll believe how much is on a cruise ship.
Because most people's experience of sailing is the cross-channel ferry.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It's
yeah.
so much more than a hotel. It's so much more than loads of restaurants. It's so much more than the theatre. Everything's there, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. And we must talk about entertainment as well. Good job we've got lots of cruises tonight, because we can really major on entertainment.
only
We haven't
got
even
until
touched
3.
it. That's the thing, that we could talk for hours about one particular cruise ship going to one particular place. Now, this cruise for under £500 each, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. I've been ringing round everyone you know about this one. It's just crazy. It's going up to the Norwegian fjords, which is all about the most beautiful scenic journeys on what were once glaciers. This is the landscape that the glaciers left behind.
Spectacular.
2.5 or between now and 2.5 million years ago. It's just incredible. Some of the glaciers still remain, so you can take tours to the glaciers and you can hear that crackle of them when you go and see them.
Wow.
But this scenery, by the way, at this time of the year, you're sailing through, the waterfalls are in full flow. There's no other way of being able to do this scenery in any other way in this part of the world. It is very, very immersive. You can do very daredevil experiences there as well if you want to, and be very
Oh,
up
it just
high.
looks
You can
so-
stay low.
You can
maybe,
watch.
it's fine. Yeah, you can
I'll
watch.
just look at all that angle.
Yeah.
That gorgeous scenery.
And all of those place names that you can't pronounce in Norway, by the time you come back, you'll be fluent.
Excellent.
And Flam, I really fancy the train trip. That sounds
Oh,
incredible. But I think you're all fancying it at home as well. We've had so many bookings for this.
Live in the show
this
already,
morning.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's an incredible deal. What could you get for £499 per person? Honestly, we tried to book for London, for us, for next weekend, for 3 nights. We couldn't get just the hotel for the price you're seeing on your screen, ×2. We couldn't do it in a nice hotel. Wouldn't compare even with that shit we just saw.
Well, it wouldn't include breakfast, lunch,
No.
dinner, a show every night, activities during the day,
Shows
beautiful
are looking at
scenery.
£75 at least to go
And the
to a
rest.
show each or more. And you've got the shows, you've got all those restaurants. It's absolutely
In fact, should we
incredible.
compare it to a land-based holiday against a cruise?
Yeah.
Because the first thing, right at the top there, you're going to all those different destinations,
Yeah,
aren't you?
absolutely. I mean, how else can you do that without a lot of tickets and paperwork and
Oh, gosh,
expense?
yeah.
I mean, who wants that?
Packing and unpacking.
No, thank you.
No. Accommodation-wise, like we were just saying, hundreds of pounds a night here in London.
Yeah.
That you're looking at for the
Yeah,
accommodation.
yeah. Any
Or-
city these days.
Yeah, to be fair,
Doesn't
it
have to
is.
be London.
Yeah, it is. It
And
is,
then
you're right.
fine dining, again, hundreds of pounds.
Well, even not fine dining.
No.
Even average dining.
Absolutely.
You look at the average price of a main course in any restaurant these days, any run-of-the-mill place, and you think, how much?
Really?
Our takeaway can be £50.
There you go.
Takeaway, it's crazy. Activities there as well, of course, all included.
And when we talk about activities, you've got everything from quizzes to
Yes.
wine tasting.
Yeah, all
so
sorts
much
of
going
things.
on, isn't
yeah,
there?
it is brilliant. And your entertainment, by the way, is not just one show in one theatre every evening.
Stuff all over the
There's
ship.
stuff going on absolutely everywhere.
So-
There's comedians that they bring on, there's guest acts that they bring on
Yes.
as well.
Cocktail pianists.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
and
a bit-
impromptu things on some of the
Yeah.
cruise lines.
Flash mobs, yeah.
Suddenly, there's a parade
I
that's just
love
appeared
that.
out of nowhere, and you're thinking, where do all these characters and people coming from? It's just crazy.
Now, on Virtuosa as well, in the middle of the
the
ship.
Galleria, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
It's the most Doesn't the ceiling
The whole
change?
ceiling is like a dome, but it's like an LED ceiling, so they can put anything on there. They can make you feel like you're in space.
So they
No
can
way.
theme it.
Yeah, they use it as a backdrop for the white parties, because you know they have a white night.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of cruises have a white night. Everyone dresses in white, funnily enough.
Great.
And, you know, have a boogie. They do the silent discos in there, so they can put all kinds of, you know, things
Disco
up on the
lights.
ceiling. Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. We are busy for this, and if you are booking it, get it booked before 9 o'clock tonight, just for availability, as well as the fact you'll then go into the draw for that extra £500 possibly for a future cruise. But do just have a little look at the drinks package, because it is amazing on this.
Yeah.
I would definitely add that on as well.
Remember, you're only paying £100 per person deposit tonight if you want to go for this. The lead date there, you can see 17th of May. 7 nights for less than £500 with so much included.
And just the scenery.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to blow you away, isn't it? But then you've got that incredible ship as well. Yeah, if you can't make this date, obviously do talk to the team. There are a few other dates available, and prices will obviously vary. The prices for the date that you see on the screen for this price, but if you can make this date, please book it whilst there
Other
are
dates are
cabins
available in May, June and August, but you can ask the team on the phones if you want to go through right now. It has been really busy, that cruise, with us on the live show. 0808 120 0000 is the phone number if you want to call the call centre. Now, we are going to switch to Princess Cruises. Got a little bit of my heart, I've got to be honest, because that's where I sailed for many years, on board Princess Cruises. This itinerary I didn't do, I can't believe it. This is a spectacular itinerary. California Coast Cruise with stays in Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
This is just wow, wow, wow. This is like how many cruise, how many
Derek in
holidays?
Vegas.
But I love it. I mean, this is very much like 3 holidays in one.
Oh, yeah. 3 crazy holidays as well.
Absolutely.
Listen, everyone's heard about Las Vegas. I'm
we
going in.
love
Is it 2 weeks
Vegas.
today, I think? I'm
going very soon.
going off for the 3rd time in 3 years. I hadn't been
Love
to
it.
America until 2 years ago. You're going to be there for 3 nights in a hotel on the Strip. It is a crazy, crazy place. And listen, I always say this with Las Vegas, just go and wander around all of the hotels, and see everything. You never need to put $1 in a slot. That's not all that Vegas is for. Go and see the most fabulous shows. Go downtown to Fremont Street and do the zip line right there. I've done that a couple of times,
There you
and
go.
it is so exciting, let me tell you. It is a bonkers place. You'll never see anywhere like it again in your life.
Take comfortable
like
shoes.
Yes, yes, you'll get your steps
Absolutely
in.
amazing. You do. Because you can walk around all of these hotels. You can walk in and out of
you don't have to
every
pay
one.
to go in.
Yeah,
And the
no,
hotels
no.
are amazing.
Well,
aren't
it's not
they?
just a hotel, is it? It's a hotel, it's a shopping centre, it's a casino, it's a leisure centre, it's an absolutely
It's
everything.
Paris. It's you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can Venice. You can visit everywhere.
The
The fountains
fountains.
are amazing.
It's beautiful. And then do the things that are just outside the Strip as well. Go and do the Grand Canyon, because that's a really lovely thing to do, or take an ATV tour through the desert. And after a few nights in Vegas, off to Hollywood we go.
This is brilliant.
How is this all in this one cruise?
I know, and we've got a night in a hotel here as well in LA.
Wow.
So you can wander up and down the Hollywood Walk of Fame there, and look for the star of your life, your favourite star, maybe, but there's so much more to do there as well. It's just beautiful. Of course, it's the city of dreams, and it's just full of attractions. It's incredible. And of course, if you want to tailor this package even further, if you want even more nights in LA, you can absolutely do that.
Brilliant.
But let's talk about Discovery Princess, shall we?
Beautiful.
Oh
takes
my
me
word. Yeah. Well, the Princess cruise ships, both of you, because you've cruised Princess, and lots of people at home will either know people who've been on a Princess cruise or have done it themselves. They have a lovely familiarity that goes right the way through their fleet, and they are very, very smart. And you know what? They were so ahead of time as well, because you literally now, you wear this chip coin with you.
Oh, the
it's
medallion.
Yeah,
so
you don't,
clever,
you
isn't
don't
it?
have a key card anymore.
Yeah.
No.
You have this little chip coin that you clip onto you, and you use the app, and that, if you're on a lounger, Hayley, in your
Oh, it's
favourite spot, and you're
fabulous.
not moving, and you fancy a glass of champagne, you order it on the app, it comes to the spot where you are, because it's like a sat nav.
Recognises you, doesn't
amazing.
it?
And you can find each other as well on that, so you don't lose each other, and you can enjoy. Do you know something else that it can do is it allows you to see how busy or not the restaurants are in real time. That's crazy, because everyone's wearing the medallion.
So you don't have to go, if there's a queue, you can wait, you can go to your favourite bar and have your favourite drink.
Absolutely. But you know what? If you've never been on board with Princess before, you will love it. It's so highly recommended. People go back again and again and again because it is great for everyone, great for families, great for couples. The entertainment, their investment in entertainment is huge. But I think that, and this is something I wanted to say earlier actually, remember that when you're on a cruise, it is almost like being in another world. You know, and I think we all need that right now. We've all got a lot in our heads all the time. You know, you switch on the news, we're taking in information every which way. A cruise, you feel like you're off the grid. Yeah, you can be on the Wi-Fi and all the rest of it. You can keep in touch with the world, but to all intents and purposes, when people know you're on a cruise, they don't expect to be able to get hold of you, so you don't have those same life demands, and you can really switch off.
So true.
It forces you to a little bit, doesn't it?
This is, we went on Princess after when we couldn't go on holiday for such a long time. And we took some friends who cruise so much.
Actually, yes.
But had never been on Princess. Absolutely fell
They were blown away.
Yeah, people do.
We went on another cruise the next year because they loved it so much.
They couldn't believe, and they'd cruised everything else virtually.
Yeah, loads of different lines. And I think with Princess as well, like you say, there's something for all age groups.
Yes.
It's not over formal. You can dress up if you want to.
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. But it's very, very modern. It's really kept up with the times as well, actually. You know, it hasn't fallen behind at all. So it's got that latest technology with the ultimate of relaxation as well. And again, you know, like we were saying with dining, you can go as high-end or as casual as you like with this ship. It's fantastic. And you will come back again and again and again. A lot of people wed themselves to one cruise line for a long time.
It's funny, yeah.
This is the time to break your barriers.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of LA we go, and we head down to San Francisco first. Now, we're here for 2 full days. We have an overnight here, which is
in San Francisco.
Yeah, which is amazing. So you can do all of the, you know, the wonderful sights, go across the Golden Gate Bridge, go to Alcatraz, Fisherman's Wharf, etc. Day at sea to San Diego. Not so many cruises go into San Diego these days, actually. Just above the Mexican border here. Always beautiful temperatures there. Wander the parks. The world famous zoo, of course, is in San Diego. We all know about that. There's the Gaslamp Quarter, funky old town there as well. Then down to Ensenada in Mexico. This is great for horse riding, great for sea kayaking as well. I've got tequila on my list again, I'm afraid. I don't know why.
Mexico tequila.
And there's La Bufadora, which is the famous blowhole of Ensenada, which is quite a sight to behold, apparently, to go and see. So there we are. Listen, if you've never been to Vegas, just make this. If you love cruising, you've never thought of Vegas before, go for a package like this and try Vegas, because, you know, Vegas is one of those places, it either is for you or it isn't for you, but you've got to see it.
You do.
You've got to see it. You've got to be there.
And the price.
It's amazing.
You could pay that for a break
Just
in
to
Vegas.
Absolutely. And then the lovely thing is you've put this incredible cruise together, but also those stays in, you know, LA and in
Stitched
Vegas.
it all together.
And you've designed all of this. So do I have to worry about how I'm going to get
internal flights?
No, we've sorted all of that out for you. We've sorted that out for you. And the great thing, and this is the thing with our team, because we know the cruises and we know the cruise lines, we have to put some kind of framework together in terms of 3 nights here and 1 night here and da-da-da to give you a price. Yeah. Because otherwise it's like trying to knit with yogurt. But if you wanted your 3 nights in Vegas to be 7 nights in Vegas, and then you wanted another 7 nights in LA, we could make that happen for you just as easily as well. So we can tailor anything you like, because that's what we do. We have an amazing relationship, not just with the cruise lines, but with the airlines, with the hotel brands, with tour operators around the world. So we really are getting you the best deals. Well, listen, for a cruise-focused business to still be in business 25 years later, through everything that's happened.
Absolutely.
And we should recap on that, because the history and heritage they've got in the cruise
Just about to celebrate 25 years.
Spectacular. And you've been working with them for 10 years.
I've been part of them for the last 10 years. And I listen, for my cruise in the Caribbean, the one we're featuring tonight on the show, I would not take 500 people to the Caribbean unless I really believed in the business I was working for, because that would all be on these shoulders otherwise.
Well, they're very much seen as the best, aren't they? And
they're amazing.
They really will make that bespoke sort of cruise or trip happen for you. So if there's anything you'd particularly like to do, if you've got something in your head, just jump onto the phones. If it's not what we're showing you tonight, there's over 8,000 different cruises on their website, but get onto the phone and set them a challenge. See what they can find, you know, where you want to go. Honestly, it's fantastic. But jump onto the website because you can see so much.
You can see all the different cruises. Remember, with this particular cruise, the price is based on the 25th of March departure. But once again, there are weekly departures available from as soon as this October.
I've got a feeling
right through
this
to April.
might run over Mothering Sunday. So that could be a nice little...
Yeah, why
Wouldn't
not?
it?
Why not?
For Mum. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Low deposit on this one as well. It's only £199 per person. And Derek, when it comes to the rest of the balance, how do we go about paying?
Okay, generally, 16 weeks before you go is your final balance due date. So on a lot of deals, because actually here's another thing, most people now are not leaving booking holidays later, they're actually booking more in advance, and that's all to do with the prices of things today, because we never know what's going to happen. You know, if you book a train 6 months in advance, you're going to get that 20 quid ticket. You book it tomorrow, that'll be a 200 quid ticket. So actually cruises now, a lot of people are booking their cruises like 2 years ahead, because you can put low deposits down now and then just leave that low deposit there. You can put bits in as you want to.
So you can pay it. Pop that in.
Absolutely,
Brilliant.
and it just makes life very, very simple. But it also means you're locking in that price now. So that's it. That price will not move.
It's not going to change.
You've got your deposit in, you've locked in that price, that's it. My holiday will cost that much.
And do remember that the prices you're seeing, they will change, because this is a bank holiday exclusive, and we've extended the bank holiday until Friday. So you've got up until Friday to book the deal that you're seeing on your screen. However, if you book before 9 o'clock tonight, you will go into a draw where you could win £500 worth of cruise credit, which is fantastic.
Towards your next cruise with Cruise First. With this particular cruise, you're saving on that bank holiday sale an extra £50 per person, £100 in total. And what's included? Well, you've got your return flights,
this one.
and that's UK flights, but it's also your internal flights as well. Remember, Las Vegas to Los Angeles. Those stays are both included: 3 nights in Vegas and 1 night in Los Angeles, and then you've got 7 nights on board the Discovery Princess.
How does that divide into the price we see on the screen?
Doesn't.
I know, it's crazy,
All
isn't
your
it?
flights, Vegas stay, LA stay, 7 nights on a cruise with our breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Full board, all the entertainment, all the facilities, all the pools to enjoy, all the other things that you can get. And the food is just non-stop.
Amazing. Whatever you want to know, if you want, you can eat healthily, you can eat as much or as little as you like, but the variety is amazing.
They have casual dining, they have speciality dining, don't they? Some of the speciality restaurants I remember, like Sabatini's, the Italian restaurant, the Trattoria is spectacular.
And you can read, the great thing, of course, in this day and age, which I find myself saying all the time, there are umpteen reviews out there, so you can go and see what other people have said. You know, bear in mind everyone has an opinion, but go and read those reviews as well of those restaurants on board the cruise ships, and people, again, can't believe that they're all included. You know, so much dining is included in that price. With that offer, by the way, if there's a particular hotel in Vegas you've got your eye on, just let the team know and we'll work
with that particular hotel.
We'll work with that, So it might be a little bit more, but you know, it's worth saying, actually I really want to stay at the one with the fountains, or you know, whatever it might be, then talk to the team.
It's like that concierge service, isn't it? That
is.
Specialist agent.
And there's no booking fee, by the way.
But without the booking fee.
No, absolutely.
It's
there's
crazy,
no extra booking fee for that.
So
and our team work really hard.
Extra questions.
Well, and that's why the phone lines will be really, really busy, because remember, this isn't a 1-minute conversation.
Yes, of course.
We take that time, which actually, if you can't get straight through tonight, fill in one of the requests on the website, let them call you back during the day where they've got a little bit more time. Obviously it's busy tonight,
of course,
you know, so everyone's answering the phone.
Absolutely.
So, you know, fill in the forms and then they've got time to sit with you, and if that conversation takes an hour later on in the day today, fine.
It's fine.
Not a problem.
It's brilliant.
And
it's
again,
tailor-made.
with a really low deposit as well. The deposits on some of these are crazy. £199 per person for that cruise that we just saw with the stays in Las Vegas and LA. It's Fantastic.
Don't miss out on these brilliant deals for the bank holiday sale. All the offers that we've got for you, you can find on the website cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. But if you want to book tonight, call the number 0808 120 0000 is the number.
They've got a real big team there, so they'll answer as soon as
But they are
possibly
busy.
can, and it's well worth speaking to them as well. It's well worth as well hearing about people that have travelled with Cruise First before.
Let's take a listen to what people had to say about their experience with Cruise First.
We always book with Cruise First because we find them very efficient, very helpful, never any problems.
Well, it was the first channel we booked with, and it was absolutely wonderful. Whatever you said is what you offered us, is what we got. Any problems, you ring them up, they ring you straight back, or they deal with it there and then.
And everything that they say on TV is what is honest about them. And that's why we cruise every time with Cruise First.
These are some of the reasons why you should book with Cruise First, because they've been around a while, haven't they?
Yeah, best part of 25 years. And let me tell you, the guy that started Cruise First was one of those kind of Stephen Bartlett, tenacious entrepreneur characters,
Really?
a guy called Dan, who is absolutely amazing. And he is the bedrock of this, or has been the bedrock of this business. We're a global business as well, by the way. So we're not just based here in the UK. We've got 2 brands in Australia. We have others across Europe as well.
Wow.
So that's a collective buying power.
Okay.
We are ABTA and ATOL bonded, which is really, really important. That means every penny you spend with a package holiday with us is protected, which I think is fantastic. You know, when you're spending considered sums on cruise holidays, and they're well worth it, in my opinion, but you want to make sure that your spend is absolutely and completely safe. We talked about, you know, the ability to put a low deposit down earlier and then pay as you go along up to your due date. The Trustpilot one is really, really interesting, actually, because we are one of the highest rated cruise travel agencies on Trustpilot.
Brilliant.
Now, if you think about what went wrong when it went wrong, that affected everybody's reputation. It wasn't necessarily the fault of the agents, but the world was as it was at that time. But to have maintained, it's how you deal with problems, isn't it? Because life is never perfect. Not everything goes 100% correctly. It's the way you fix those things along the way. That's what keeps us with a high rating as well. And it's the dedication of our team. I mean, some of our team have been there literally right from the start and are still there because they love the business and they love talking cruise. It's a great thing to talk about. I love talking about it as well.
Brilliant.
What's not to love about talking about holidays, for heaven's sake?
Absolutely,
Too right.
and perhaps we should talk about another cruise. We're going to go back to MSC. Oh my goodness. And where are we going to go? Well, we're going to go all-inclusive for a start.
It's all inclusive. It's Mediterranean and Italy. It's a fly cruise from Barcelona. That's where you go out from. Barcelona in itself is a brilliant city if you've never been.
And do you fancy a new ship as well?
Oh.
I mean, we all love that new ship feel. I mean, all of the MSC, fleet are fairly new anyway. But MSC World Europa that we're sailing with this time, she is super, super
should we
smart.
take a look?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
my
Look
Let's get on
at
board.
that.
They're just incredible, aren't
Spectacular.
they? Oh, wow.
And you know, it's wonderful. Taking a cruise with MSC is great because some cruise lines, everyone will get on at port A and get off at port F, let's say.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's say, for instance, this one. Normally on a cruise line, everyone would get off on in Barcelona and get off at Barcelona again 7 days later.
Yeah.
With MSC, they almost do it like it's a train journey in a circle.
Yeah,
so they
I
will pick
noticed that,
how they manage the diary of this. I'll never know.
Gosh, no.
I mean, that must be some feat of engineering. But they'll actually, so there'll be passengers joining and leaving all the way across the cruise, because, you know, it makes great sense for where we're going here on this cruise, which I think is such a clever thing. But the reason I mention it is because you actually get to meet the most fascinating mix of people from different countries.
Brilliant.
You know, it's great. And on board this ship, oh my word, right, who are you taking with you? You can take everyone with you, whether you're 2, 22, 92, you know, everyone. Should we talk about dining? Because dining is very, very important to people. So many included dining restaurants on board, and it's great to have lots and lots of different choices, ever-changing menus. Here's another thing about cruising as well that's a bit of a misnomer. People think, well, in the kitchen they must be opening lots of packets of stuff and sticking them in ovens and pulling them back out again. If you could see how much from scratch cooking goes on in a cruise ship. I mean, and there is a cruise ship of thousands of people here, plus a good number of crew as well, remember. You know, it's not 3 people looking after this ship behind the scenes. It's, you know, if there's 6,000 passengers, there'll be 1,500 crew. You know, so they've got a really high crew to ratio passenger ratio, should I say. But so much dining included, which is so freshly prepared for you all the time. This, though, is again one of those ships where it's about being outside, enjoying. We're in the Med. We may be in the Med in January, but you know what? It's still going to be a heck of a lot brighter than it is going to be here, isn't it? And if you can't be outside, the things to do inside are incredible. There's always a party going on with MSC as well, by the way. So if you do like a party,
if you want to do things, you can. If you don't, you can just put your feet up and relax.
Of course you can. Yeah, absolutely. You can be as non-stop or as horizontal as you like. And that's why it's so great for couples, because there will be, you know, there will be one of the couple who wants to disappear off to the spa for the whole day and have some lovely rub down from the neck down, whatever it is. I've looked at those menus and walked off again and thought, my word. But there are so many different treatments that you can have that you might not normally do at home. Yeah. And then, you know, the other one of the couple might just want to sit in the pub and watch the screens with a quiet pint.
Is
a micro pub on
I thought
board.
we'd got off the ship a moment
No,
ago,
no.
and all of this is on the ship. You're like, is that on? It is. It's all on the ship.
I know. It's crazy because there are nice little bolt holes that you can disappear to. This is another thing about MSC as well. Is every time you move to a different lounge, to a different bar, to a different venue, it feels different.
Very different.
It's not like the whole ship feels the same with the look and feel. The investment from MSC is huge. And again, remember, this is a brand new ship. She only launched in late 2022, so she is very, very new indeed.
Now, I've read about that. Isn't that like a secret bar?
Yes, I shouldn't really tell you about
Oh,
that.
really?
Yes. But yeah, there are
quiet, Sean.
See, these videos are great because they give you a peep through the letterbox, but we don't want to tell you everything because there are some things that happen that just have to be that lovely surprise when you're on board. And remember, there are so many different cruise lines and so many different cruise ships out there, and that's a great thing for us because that means that every time a new ship comes along, you need to wow us even more. And MSC just bring it.
That's true, isn't
again
it?
and
This
again
has
and
blown
again.
me away because I've really felt that we've got off the ship. There's so much on board. Though our dates are the 17th of January, of course, you can go at different times. So there's actually weekly departures.
As soon as next month.
Yeah, through to October 25.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my.
Let's get the week off.
Do you know, I hadn't even looked at the price. Oh my word.
I know.
And
well,
where are we going?
Tell me. Let's tell me where we're going.
Goodness.
So we haven't been anywhere yet. Out to Barcelona. I know. Let's go down to Provence region in France to Marseille. Yeah, exactly. That picture tells 1,000 stories, doesn't it, really? It's just very, very beautiful. We'd love to just wander around that old port and look at all the luxury yachts and everything, all the beautiful houses, along to Genoa in Italy, which is a beautiful part of Italy. 9 out of 10 people will take the tours to Portofino here, which is one of the most stunningly beautiful places to go and see in this part of the world. Here's a port that really needs no introduction. This is, well, it's not an easy name to say, Civitavecchia, and everyone will say it a different way. It's the port for Rome. Yes. That's where you go and see the Colosseum and Vatican City and all the other wonders in Rome, or just wander in for some ice cream and a look round. Palermo in Sicily. Now, this is coming up a lot, actually, in itineraries at the moment. This is the capital of Sicily, actually, the port for Monreale as well, and these are stunning places. Sicily not as discovered as Italy, you know, like not so many people are heading there on the tourist trail. And then cute little 9 miles by 7 miles, Canary Island, Malta.
The sail into Malta.
Oh, yeah, it's stunning.
It's beautiful.
We love Malta. We worked two winters there.
So cute, isn't it?
Oh, Valletta is just so beautiful.
Yeah. And then you come back into Barcelona, and you know what? We'll fly you home too, even at that price.
And
we'll
it's
fly
not
you back too.
Too far, is it, on the flight
On a
time?
brand new ship.
Yeah.
Now, the flights are based from London, but the other great thing is if you've got another airport you'd like to go
A regional airport, yeah.
you can just ask. This is the great thing about Cruise First. Just ask. If you think, well, actually, I'd like to fly. Could I fly from Manchester?
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Well, Barcelona's such an easy one, isn't it?
Yes.
Basically, most airports, isn't it?
Now let's look at the price, because this is where it doesn't add up.
I hadn't
know.
looked at the price until we were chatting. I had a little glance. I was like,
Yeah.
now, 769 is a great price, and if you go to the website right now, it will be that price. However, remember, you've got exclusive bank holiday deals that will last until Friday, and it's going down to £719 per person. So you're saving £50 per person, so £100 if we're going away together. And then on top of that, if you book before 9 o'clock tonight, don't forget you go into that draw.
That draw means you are in with the chance to win a £500 cruise credit on your next cruise
This is
with
why
Cruise
we're
First.
so busy.
And once you start, and again, this is another great one to start cruising with, I think, because you're not going too
Yeah.
far on the flight, Derek.
No.
I think Barcelona's about 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a nice,
flight,
easy one.
Barcelona,
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I might say as well on all of this, is that our bank holiday savings are right the way across our offers on Cruise First,
So the whole,
which are
whole
your whole
website.
website
all the way through until Friday.
till Friday.
For no reason particularly, because normally you would think of a
It's
bank
finished
holiday
now.
sale, you would say, right, okay, book by the end of Monday, people.
Yeah. Or even
because-
5 o'clock on Monday because
Yes,
it's a bank holiday.
to make the savings. For some reason,
But you've
we've decided
stretched
we've
it.
made it a week long this.
Now,
And this has
we've
got an
forgotten
extra
something
as well,
here.
because
We've forgotten something very important.
Not all cruises will have this. And I'm looking at this price thinking, hang on, shall we just double check?
Oh, didn't you see the words all inclusive?
Yes, includes premium extra drinks package.
And that is good, you know.
worth
£420.
£420.
Right, yeah.
And you're paying 719.
You know, when you go, we were talking about the champagne bars on MSC earlier. There's about 8 or 9 champagnes that are
Not just the
within-
house champagne.
No, not just one choice. There's about 8 or 9 champagnes by
When
the
is this
glass.
Many times.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant deal.
This is amazing.
£420 worth
Yeah.
of drinks package included. If you take that off the
Yeah,
price, it's
I'm minusing.
£300 for the cruise.
That's
If you took that off,
And don't forget, you've got your lunch, you've got your breakfast, you've got
Yeah.
your dinner, you've got
You've
your
got the
entertainment,
flights.
you've got that amazing ship. Honestly, that ship, I kept thinking, have they got off the ship? That's not on. It is on the ship.
brand new ship.
And a brand new ship, normally that would be the price right up
Yeah.
here, wouldn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
Price is normally
it's
more,
a
isn't it?
premium
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get on a
Yeah.
brand new ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got
But-
such a good relationship with.
Well, okay, remember what we were saying before about MSC being a disruptor.
I like
I
that.
like
It is a
that.
disruptor. It's come into the industry, especially into us here in the UK. It's come in. I mean, MSC have come in. They've got their eyes set on the UK, and they are saying, right, okay, here's how we're going to get your attention.
They want to tempt you, don't they?
All brand new ships, all fresh, all modern, all offering something different, and check out our prices.
Not
That's
half.
what they're doing. They're doing it
Check
with a
out
swagger.
our prices.
And so at Cruise First, it's like we're in love with
Right.
MSC. We
Yeah.
absolutely love
I'm
them.
in love
We do
with
so
MSC.
much. Well, yeah,
And you will be in
At
love
these
with
prices,
MSC.
Yeah.
and this is the thing. We were saying this before. Normally, if you were trying something new as big as cruising, you'd think, well, I'm not spending £3 each to find out it's not for me.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a great entry price,
It's
isn't it?
incredible.
So much included in this deal. Let's remind you. We start off with your return flights to and from
And a
Barcelona.
great place to fly to Barcelona.
Yeah,
as
it's
well,
not a long
having to fly
way, is
too
it?
Far.
Airport to the port is a very short distance
is.
as well.
Yeah.
It's about
Taxi.
10-15 minutes in a taxi,
Yeah,
would you say?
it's not a lot either.
7 nights full board cruise on the brand new MSC World Europa, and normally you would pay more. The fact you've got that drinks package included on there, I think we should do this one, hey.
I know.
Get on
I'm
the
looking at
phone.
the dates,
You go
17th
off.
of January. However, there are other dates available from next month right through to October 25. So if it's not the right date for you, do ask about the other dates.
Yes.
But this price, this deal is on the 17th of January. Wouldn't that be great? You
After
get through
Christmas.
Christmas. Christmas, though we like Christmas, it's very stressful.
That could be our Christmas
And
present to each
we
other.
used to always holiday in January because it was
did.
our present to each other, and it was just time to chill after a little bit of
Yeah.
chaos.
And remember, those upgrades are available for you. That's on pretty
Yeah.
much every cruise, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
an
yeah.
upgrade available for a cost.
Yeah, and don't think we have picked this particular one just because it is that one needle in the haystack. Ooh, there are plenty more. There
so
are
many
plenty
more.
more. And that one, you know, you could be disappearing in a few weeks' time on that one if you want to.
Brilliant.
With the bank holiday saving. Thank you very much. Like, listen, normally, all of us collectively, let's talk about all the places we've been
Yeah.
before, normally Our job really is to promote something and to sell something. We're just talking about this.
Yeah.
We're not promoting it. We're not selling it.
We're buying it.
It's selling itself. It's selling itself. And you know what? I'm so glad that this has come out in the way that it has as well, because the more people know about it, the better. Because the more people do it, the better the prices will be in the future as well.
Of
More
course.
the merrier.
And we are
They
very
can't get
busy.
better than this, surely. I'm flicking through and just having a little look. at the
What's
next
coming
page.
next?
What else is it?
Oh my! We've got so much more coming up. You've got to book these cruises whilst the prices are the prices that they are. But if you are still sat at home thinking, it's my first cruise.
Is it for me? And you're thinking, oh, I wonder if it'd be right for me. Let's take a little look at the flavour of cruising for everybody.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily servicing provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium, or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising as a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter what the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's always snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment. From Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, and silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. Now let's hear why Cruise First customers choose to cruise.
I love the places that you visit every day, more or less every day in a different place, and it's great, and you see a lot more in 1 or 2 weeks than you would normally if you was in a hotel. And that I much prefer it. That's why we go cruising every year.
All the food. If you want to sit around all day, you can sit around all day on the sun decks if that's what you want to do. But there's so much going on that why would you not want to experience it, I feel. You've got your choice of all your trips that you can go on. And there's a lot going on in the ship anyway, entertainment-wise. Like yesterday, myself and my husband, we went bowling.
You literally get up, open your curtains. Where are we? Like this morning, we was up watching us come into Palma this morning because it's exciting.
We work hard, long hours, to come on our cruise so we can enjoy ourselves, and we do.
Why would you do it any other way than a cruise?
I really do think a cruise is for absolutely everybody, and I think we've got the right cruise for everybody tonight. But jump onto the website, because if it's not the right cruise, there will be on the website, and thousands of you are on the website already, which is cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. So if you jump onto the website, you can see all our deals for tonight, but you can go through to the website and see absolutely everything. I think there's over 8,500 actual cruises available.
Yeah. And counting,
And
always adding.
everything discounted for the bank holiday.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. For no reason.
Only until Friday.
Yeah, right the way through till Friday.
But do book today
But-
if you can book today.
But whatever you're booking, book it by 9 o'clock tonight
Yeah.
for the chance.
We just saw that little promotion. And what
very
is
much.
that chance?
Give me the money.
£500 worth of cruise credit. I don't know how I managed
So
to...
you could book a cruise, so you're looking forward to your holiday,
Yeah.
and then you get a phone call.
So you book and pay for your cruise today, and you go into a draw, and you could win £500 of actual
Wow.
cruise spend for your next booking. Do you know what? I didn't think I'd be able to talk them up there into that. I just had an
decision makers.
idea, And I thought, oh, well, they'll probably let me have 100 quid,
Yeah.
you know, because I've come all the way to London and everything,
Yeah,
or whatever. And £500.
Thanks
I was
very much.
We're liking you more and more.
Good
On
work,
top of the
Derek.
bank holiday savings.
More
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
more. I like you more and more as the
Get
evening's
another
going
tick
on.
for
I'm
Derek.
always working on it. Always working on
And
it.
we've got another deal for you. Do you fancy some sunshine? Caribbean.
Now, we haven't featured this cruise line yet. Royal Caribbean is what we're going to talk about.
It's a bestseller, so
Royal Caribbean are one of the biggest cruise lines around, aren't they? This is your chance to cruise to the Caribbean, but from Southampton, and then fly back on board Independence of the Seas. The ships, once again, with Royal Caribbean, absolutely beautiful.
oh my word, you just can't
Look at this.
believe.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is a real family atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, complete game changer. This deal, by the way, is all about more cruise for less money.
Okay.
Because this is a repositioning cruise. This is a Independence of the Seas is with us in Southampton, doing no-fly cruises out of Southampton May to October next year. So check out all the deals for those, because there are some really good ones, including 2 and 3 and 4 night mini cruises.
Nice.
And then, guess what? She does what we all do in the winter, and we go and find some sunshine.
Follow the
So
sun.
Love it.
Indy's going out to the Caribbean. She is very much an everyone ship. She's a great fun ship. She's been sailing for a good few years now. She's had lots and lots of improvements and refreshes as well, but she is so popular. People go back again and again, and they really seek out these cruises as well. We've already got hundreds of people
These are
booked
really
on.
popular,
Oh yeah,
aren't they?
hundreds
Really
of people
popular.
booked on this sailing already.
So how do we say, you know, it's quite exciting, isn't it, to think you've got all of this and then you're going to end up in the Caribbean from Southampton.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's only part of the story. Listen, again, this is another one of those cruise ships where it could go to nowhere and back, and you would have had the time of your life in a completely different way, though, because Royal Caribbean are all about. They're an American cruise line, so everything's bigger and brighter and bolder and funner, and it's got a bigger smile on its face. It's incredible. If you've got the kids with you, if you've got the whole family with you, fantastic. What an amazing,
I can imagine
amazing
every
holiday.
generation right on there.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's places for the adults to go and escape and disappear to. The kids, you won't see the kids because they will want to be in any number of those kids clubs.
I saw that top deck.
Yeah. Oh, they'll love it. Parades. Remember I was talking to you about parades that just pop up, and literally there will be like hundreds of characters suddenly appear from nowhere. And this parade, it's not like the local carnival, like 2 minutes and it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on, and all of these characters, and they're singing these great tunes, and it makes you feel fantastic. Honestly, Royal Caribbean just know how to do it. You know they have Caribbean in their name for a very good reason. Do you know what I mean? Because the whole feeling of the ship, you know, even if it was chucking it down with rain outside, you would feel like you were
Holiday
on the most
island.
exotic holiday ever. And again, what we were saying before about cruising being so consuming, once you're on board, there are so many different choices of things to do, so many choices of places to go, dining choices, rock climbing more. Would you have a go at that, Hayley?
She would have a go.
Not in those heels.
Not
maybe.
with my heels on, no.
But it's great.
I wouldn't have a go at this. I'm rubbish on the ice.
Ice skating, we would have a go at that. You would. Boxing?
Well, you could go in the gym.
She
couldn't you?
loves the gym.
Like the gym, a bit of line dancing, that'll do for me.
Oh, yeah. And line dancing is
And that's
brilliant.
Yes.
Can I tell you something else about cruising as well, just for those people who've never done it? If you, like me, are a bit of a nosy beggar, it's great for people watching. It's amazing for people watching. Here's this cruise then. Let me tell you about it. It goes out of Southampton. Can't promise you the greatest day on the 16th of October in Southampton, but as we go to La Coruña in Spain, you know what? Life gets a bit brighter because we're in Spain. You know, there's something psychological about being in Spain anyway. Head to the seafront prom here. There's the home of Deportivo La Coruña, if you're into the football there as well. Well, you can tell I'm not at all a football fan. Vigo is next in Spain. This is green Spain. Beautiful. The port has a lot of attractions there. It's a very, very nice place indeed. You can get more details by looking at the full deal on the website as well. Lisbon, if you've never been to the capital of Portugal, is the most stunning city. Sensible shoes, Hayley, that day, because it's cobbly and hilly and wonderful. Take the trams there and enjoy the pastel del nata, of course.
Yes,
They're so yummy, aren't they? And you can't get them anywhere better than there.
No.
Day at sea, Ponta Delgada in the Azores. Now, whenever a cruise ship calls into the Azores, you know you're on the way to the
Final
Caribbean.
call.
Yeah, absolutely. You're on the way to the Caribbean. This is Gateway. It's a beautiful place, Ponta Delgada. And then you've got a few few days at sea to just enjoy everything there is on the ship without the pressure of missing out on a port. And then you'll arrive in Nassau in the Bahamas, and this is Jay McDonald's favourite place to shop, apparently, in the whole of the Caribbean. There you go. There's a fun fact. And then we arrive into Miami. You come off of Independence of the Seas there. Don't worry, you'll be back for another cruise on her. We will then transfer you to Orlando, to International Drive, and which is on the doorstep of all the big theme parks, and you've got 3 nights there.
So we're not
in a
even
hotel.
coming home yet.
Oh,
3
no.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
No, we wouldn't take you all that way and then just say,
and we were
come
saying
home.
Orlando is there's such a variety of things for all ages, isn't
Oh,
there?
yeah, absolutely. Even if you don't want at all, the park thing isn't your thing. There's amazing other entertainments there as well. Downtown Orlando is incredible. As I said before, the amazing outlets and shoppings, the big names are there. There's a Dieseland Auto Museum as well, where all the big cars that have been in big films are based there as well.
Cute.
Always something nice to do, isn't it, really? Herbie rides again there, you know, if you remember that. And also Kit from Knight Rider is there. Do you remember that?
I would definitely be there.
You can go there in Orlando as well. And then, sadly, we do have to fly you back to the UK. But listen, we can make you a bit of an offer here, because this is a sail out, fly back. So you've noticed we start in Southampton, but we end in America, and then we fly back. So how does that work? Well, if you're flying back into either Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow on this offer, we'll put on a coach transfer from Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow down to Southampton to start the cruise. Completed the circle.
Everything's covered.
We've taken care of all of it.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have to worry
It just
about
makes
your
life a
car
bit
being
easier,
in the
doesn't
wrong
it?
place.
Completely.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And by the way, it's not the old Bone Shaker Scout bus. It's
You were quite
luxury.
excited.
I looked at
Luxury Eavesway coaches.
I was very impressed.
They are wonderful. Yeah, honestly.
They are
Proper
stunning.
luxury
TVs,
seats.
Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
the full thing these days.
They're a bit like planes to a degree.
Yeah,
aren't
they
some
are,
of
yeah.
those
Yes.
coaches
Well, yeah,
that
they
you
have
like.
to be, don't they?
Yeah.
People are
Incredible.
very discerning.
Definitely.
Now, did you check out everything we were doing on that cruise? Where you were going? It's an 18-night package in total. Have you taken a look at the price for 18 nights? Now, I'm not good at maths, but if I divided 18 into that,
It'd
that's
be
pretty
a
good,
bargain.
isn't it, per day? Oh, my goodness.
And we've got that extra discount on our price. Remember, our bank holiday exclusive sale price that we've got for you. 1449 per person is where it begins. Royal Caribbean, spectacular cruise line. The ships are a destination in themselves. That's what you've got to remember. When you see all those different facilities on board, the different variety of bars and restaurants and entertainment.
You don't actually need to get off.
You don't.
Because you could do something different every single day, every single night. You'd never, ever get bored. But then you've got all these fabulous places you're visiting and ending up in the Caribbean for a stay in Orlando.
Fabulous. You can secure your place on this particular cruise for just £249 per person.
I really like that, and then we can split the cost. We've done that on holidays, and it
You
makes
don't
it so
feel
much
it as
more
much then,
affordable,
do
doesn't
you?
it? And you think, well, I've got an extra £200 this week. Oh, I'll put that on the holiday.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that holiday's gone down, and you haven't felt like you've handed over
That
all the
big
money at the
sum
same
all
time.
at
Can I just say something else about that?
Yeah.
And this is something I saw on a meme the other day, and it never occurred to me before, but people who are booking those holidays like 2 years ahead and getting all of the payments sorted as quickly as they can, because your due date is 4 months before you go, by the time you go on the holiday, it feels like it's free. It does, because it's all done and dusted. The budgeting is done. You're not going with that in your mind, are you?
Yeah.
And to split it like that is just...
It just makes it less painful, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
You've got nearly a year to pay for this particular one. Remember, it's the 16th of October 2025, the departure date on this one. So much included in the package. Let's remind you. First of all, you've got 14 nights full board cruise on the Independence of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. It's so nice to sail out of Southampton,
Oh, it
isn't
is. It's really exciting to actually even to get to Southampton, to get on at Southampton, but then to sail out. It is.
I'm going to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Goodbye, October.
And it's so relatively stress-free, the check-in.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Remember as well, you know, when you're checking in at Southampton, it's a wonderful team. And as soon as you've done your, passport check, quick scan through security, and you walk up the gangway, you're on the ship, you're on holiday.
It's like that,
That's it.
isn't it?
That's it.
And then that holiday is incredible, because where are you sailing? Well, you've got some incredible ports before you then transatlantic over to the Caribbean. which is fabulous. And then you have a stay at the end of your amazing trip on that incredible cruise ship. You have a stay then in Orlando.
Yeah, a 3-night stay in Orlando also included in that price. Your transatlantic flight back is included in the price, all for less than £1,500. And with our bank holiday exclusive, remember, if you book by 9 p.m. tonight, you'll also go into that free prize draw. You could win a £500 cruise credit against your next cruise. Low deposit of £249 per person.
That's all you need to spend today for that deposit to get that 18-night deal. I mean, that is incredible.
It is. Do check everything out on the website. As I say, if you don't see a cruise that we've got for you on the live show, there's thousands of cruise holidays available.
And there's thousands of people on the website as well having a little look. So join them right now. Have a little nosy at all the cruises that are available. But do check out all our extra special deals this evening as well. And if you can book before 9 o'clock tonight, don't forget you go into that draw Sean was telling you about. There's so many reasons to book with Cruise First.
Cruise First being one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot as well. We're going to share some reviews with you in just a couple of moments, but let's listen what Hannah's got to say. Ah, here she is.
Now you can be Hannah.
I can be here. Thanks, Hayley. We just had a fantastic experience booking our honeymoon with Cruise First. The sales agent, David, understood what we wanted and very quickly came up with the perfect itinerary. He helped us with all the small details that were important to us, and we've now booked a dream of a honeymoon at a great price. We'll definitely be using Cruise First to book future cruises.
And that's the great thing you see there. They've mentioned David, how helpful he was. If you've got any questions, if you want to change anything, it's like a personal service, you know, they will bespoke that cruise or that stay for you.
Or you can deal with the same people for years as well.
That's the other night. I read that.
Yes.
So once you've dealt with someone, they stay with you for your whole holiday.
Absolutely, yeah.
And future holidays as well.
Phil said this, Cruise First has always been our agent of choice. Everyone we've dealt with has been outstanding. And the last few days when Brogan has been dealing with our requests and questions, she has gone that extra mile and made us very happy. With her ringing back, as she said she would, on time and with the right answers. Well done to Brogan and Cruise First for an excellent service.
They'll end up being friends.
I love that because how many times do people say, oh, I'll ring you back tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and you sat there waiting. And the team are specialists when it comes to cruises, and the service is exemplary.
And another thing just on that is that if you are planning like a big family celebration, maybe you've got, because a lot of people get married abroad now, don't they, and overseas. So cruises tie in really nicely with that kind of thing as well. You can get married on cruises as well, of course, as we know. You know, actually using our team and using that trust that you have in our team, people come back and they book, you know, huge family getaways with us as well, which we're always thrilled with.
Of course.
That people have that kind of trust in us. So we really do, you know, you will deal with the same person, you know, maybe in 5 years' time, who will be booking your cruises, know where you like your cabin to be, know which dinner sitting you like to be at as well. So it really is a much more personal service than if you just called a generic travel company who deal with all kinds of different holidays. You're not getting that time and attention. Even if you're not sure really what you want, use I mean, we're open 7 days a week, even, you know, all day Saturday and Sunday as well. You can call and speak to the team, and you can say to them, well, I roughly have an idea that I want to go to the Caribbean and I want to go, you know, and they'll talk to you about you and what you like, and then match the cruise line to you. So if you're thinking, well, I don't really know which cruise line is good for me, well, actually just spend 10 minutes talking to one of our team and saying, okay, what are the kind of things you like doing? And they'll get to know you and give you a sort of profile. And because they've been on the ships and they know people that have been on the ships and they know, you know, the people that cruise, they'll be able to point you at the right cruise and the right cruise line for you, because there's nothing worse than getting the wrong one first time either. So we want to make sure we get the right one for you.
And you have
every time.
so much knowledge. You know, your team is incredible.
Oh, they are.
That from the
they are amazing, and they're the loveliest people as well. They really are. They want to be doing what they're doing. It's not just a job just to run through, you know, the motions. Let's get you off the phone as quickly as possible. I've got other things to do. They will spend the time to do that, and they enjoy doing that.
And it's about finding that right cruise for you. Another cruise line that we haven't featured so far is another, well, it's the sister brand to Royal Caribbean. Celebrity Cruises have got a great reputation for luxury.
It's one of our best friends' absolute favourite cruise lines. Really, really love it. And we've got a luxury. It's a no flight.
Yeah, Norwegian fjords.
Pack your bags, pack a pair of shoes for every day. I love it.
And this goes to the Arctic Circle as well.
The Norwegian fjords and the Arctic Circle.
A 14-night itinerary, and it's the 7th of August, so it'll be great weather to see the fjords.
People think when you say the word Norway, they think absolutely frozen.
Cold.
Yeah, absolutely. In Norway, you get some amazing, fantastically warm, sunny days. The difference is when the sun goes down, which is sometimes not until like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way, in the land of the midnight sun, as they call it, then the temperature drops, funnily enough, as it does anywhere where you are. Absolutely. But it's a lovely part of the world to see.
And what ship are we going on?
This is Celebrity Apex. Now, again, this is one of the newer, more recent celebrity ships from what they call the Edge class, and we'll talk about why in just a second. Let's have a look on board the ship, because the ships are beautiful. Now, Celebrity is for, let me tell you right now, those people who do like to indulge. They do like the feel of that beautiful, brand new, spanking new boutique hotel that feels like you're paying £3,000 a night for. You want to dive into that kind of luxury. Now, I am not talking about being in a tuxedo and ball gown 24 hours a day. I'm talking about being very comfortable, very relaxed. Yes, there are smart occasions, but if you like ships that have been designed by some of the biggest design names in the world, Dame Kelly Hoppen has had her hand on the design of the interiors on this ship and throughout the new Celebrity fleet, and you can see here the way you move from one area to another. You just saw one of the hot tubs there at the edge of the pool. It's shaped like a champagne glass. I mean,
great.
How outrageously wonderful is that? Yes, because that's a really good feel. Let me tell you, we talk about the Instagram lifestyle. And that is Celebrity, because literally at every turn you'll be taking pictures and they'll be going straight onto the grid, I think the kids call it. It's amazing because every element of being on board with Celebrity feels really special. If you go into the main dining room on a Celebrity cruise ship, which is included, you will feel like that is the kind of restaurant that normally your bill would be £400-500 at the back end of. You've got places there like the rooftop garden. The rooftop garden has real life planting up there. It's such a relaxing, sophisticated space. Eden, now this is just incredible. This is a performance space, it's a bar, it's one of the best views out to sea, and the levels, rather than going up and down stairs, they're wonderful, deep, sort of slight inclines, so you're moving very smoothly from one level to another. Through. Yes, it's the same on the pool deck as well. You'll go up the walking track, just walk up very gently as if you're promenading, just overlooking the pool deck. The whole feel of the design elements that go into Celebrity cruises are amazing. I mean, look at this, for instance. This is a restaurant concept called Le Petit Chef. So the little animated chef makes the dish in an animation, and then the real thing arrives from the kitchen. It's so good. You'll be doing that at least 2 or 3 times by the way. Once for Instagramming and 2 for actually watching. Yeah. And then they've got things like Raw on 5, which is lovely, fresh seafood. People forget that on these cruise ships, it's not, it's not packaged in frozen food. They're picking up fresh produce from around the world, wherever they're sailing at that time.
Incredible.
And the menus are reflecting the parts of the world you're going to as well. Martini bar, oh my word, watch the flair bartending show of the evening. This is why they call it the Edge class, by the way. They've got the magic carpet there. This is a platform that comes out of the side of the ship and it moves level, not while you're standing on it, but it moves at different level and does different things at different levels. You can have dinner while it's at the very highest level, looking out to sea. You're actually not part of the main ship, you're out off the side, having this wonderful, wonderful dinner on the edge. Only happens once per cruise, needs booking up, super, super popular. I mean, just look at that. I think that view there tells you everything you need to know. If you want to spend good times with good people in amazing surroundings. Again, Celebrity really invest in their entertainment. You can see how immersive the backdrop is there, how many performers are on
I mean,
stage
that's
as
like
well.
West End, isn't it? That looks.
It's West End
incredible.
Vegas style shows that you would pay
stunning.
hundreds of pounds or hundreds of dollars for.
So let's cruise for 2 weeks up to the fjords and the Arctic Circle then. Stavanger is first. You can sit on that rock, you know, it's called Pulpit Rock if you fancy for a picture. No? Well, go on,
I'm not
worth
sure
a
it'll
go.
take
I'm
my
in
weight.
again.
Yeah, Sean's up for it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Olden. Olden is one of my favourite ports I've visited so far. I took my first cruise up in the Norwegian fjords, and I'm so glad I did, because it meant that I really got cruising, and I got it in one of the most beautiful parts of the world as well to see. I'm a country boy anyway, so give me countryside any day of the week. And Norway is just so charming because it's so sparse as well. These fjordland sails, it almost feels like no one lives there at all. It's just like undiscovered. So destinations like Molde here, very mountainous, but not so many people. Now we're up into the Trondheimsfjord. Now this is at the north of Norway, up into the Arctic Circle. Now, you know, we saw in the UK a couple of months ago, wasn't it? We actually got to see the Northern Lights in our pretty much the whole of the country. These are the best vantage points in the world to see if the Northern Lights come out to play. If they do, then you're in the best place with the least light pollution, closest to where they happen, to get the very, very best view. So you've actually got longer stays in some of these places as well. Tromsø. Tromsø is the sweet spot of this itinerary as well. Also has the Polar Museum as well, and the Arctic Aquarium. So you're spending plenty of time in these ports or in the right part of Norway for you to have the best vantage points. We talked about the land of the midnight sun as well, where some nights you can be standing up on deck and you think, hang on, it's not dark yet. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
What's going on?
That's
What's
crazy,
and it's
isn't it?
like the clouds are on fire because it's still sunset. It's crazy. We're also cruising on this into, once we've done lots of ports in Norway, into Rotterdam, which is the second city in Holland, of course, which is lovely. Slightly less hustle bustle than Amsterdam, but loads to see there. Trompenberg Gardens, Arboretum, and so many other things. And a random thing, there's a pinball museum in Rotterdam with over 100 machines that you can play.
Great.
That go back all the way back.
Love that.
Oh, brilliant. There's your overall.
I mean, have a look at everything that's there.
I know.
And we haven't got to take one plane ride.
No.
No.
No fly cruise.
No.
14-night itinerary. The date is the 7th of August next year. The weather will be gorgeous, won't it?
Yes, it will. Perfect time to
Sailing
go.
out of Southampton at that time.
And the views, 14 nights, you're going to be so chilled, aren't you?
Yeah.
See all that beauty.
It is
and
that
gorgeous shit.
serenity.
And the most incredible food.
And it works out £150 per person deposit if you want to book it right now. The team are in the call centre, just to remind you, 0808 free phone number 120 0000. They're staying up late tonight. They'll be in the call centre till 3.
Yeah. Send them our love, but jump onto the phones. Have another look at what's included. Have a look at the price that you've got, and then remember, 14 nights you've got full board, which is incredible on so many different ports.
And another bonus on this particular one, you've got a $50 onboard spending money per booking. So $50 will be added to your cruise account. If you want to upgrade to an ocean view or a balcony, you can see the prices there. And it's our exclusive sale saving of £50 per couple. If you book by 9 p.m. tonight, you are in with a chance to win that £500 future cruise credit. All of these can be found on the website cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. You'll find all the deals. It'll take you straight through to our homepage. It'll tell you about that prize draw we just mentioned, and then it'll tell you all the cruises that we're featuring on the show tonight.
And don't panic that the prices are different. Remember, you've got an extra discount, so you will get the extra saving as well. If you scroll right down to the bottom, can you see here, and browse our latest exclusive brochure. If you click onto that, it takes you through. Now you can read the brochure online, but I like paper copies.
You do.
I know it's wrong, but I love paper
It's
copies.
great to keep reminding you of holidays. Just sit it on the coffee table if you need to drop a few hints. It's great for that.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I don't see anything on a computer. I want to see it in a
It's
magazine.
inspirational, isn't it?
It is, and it allows you to flick through all and everything. It's right there in the palm of your hand. And like you say, on the coffee table, just reminding people. And you've got so much variety.
Do you know something else that shows you as well is we hook up cruises with tour experiences as well. So for instance, if you want to go and cruise Alaska, which is an absolutely beautiful part of the world to cruise, I know you've cruised there before as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can team it up with experiences in the Canadian Rockies, like a wonderful train journey that goes through the Rocky
land
Mountains.
tours.
Yeah,
And you've
yeah.
got that advice as well, which is great.
Yeah, yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely.
You know the real key places
Yeah.
to book.
And we've been working with tour partners, remember, right the way through our nearly 25 years. So it's not the tours that we think, okay, well, we've picked it out of a brochure somewhere on a website somewhere, you know, over there. We've been dealing with these people. They are friends of ours, the tour operators as well, friends to the business. We do a lot of business with them. And remember, again, Cruise First, part of a global company that doesn't just have the presence here in the UK with Cruise First. There's Cruise First Australia and another brand in Australia. We're across Europe as well as a company. So that's a massive buying power across that. So it's a huge number of people booking their cruises with us. And that does give us an enormous buying power in the travel industry that we're very proud of as well.
So exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so nice to know you've got that peace of mind. You're dealing with a company that can really sort everything out for you. And of course, that's your flights if you're flying, or if you're on a non-fly cruise, they'll sort that cruise. The trips if you want those trips. And you've got the connections. They know the right places. They know the right people. It just makes everything so easy, doesn't it?
It's cruises tailored to you. That's the great thing about Cruise First. Now we've got to give you a reminder of the busiest cruise on the show. We've changed the details.
Oh, can I guess?
To a crew.
I'm not surprised.
I can't believe you've got this deal.
Well, listen, it's not going to hang around. We'll be lucky if it stays till 3 at this rate, to be honest with you, because, you know, we know already the reaction on the website.
So many people have already booked tonight or this morning.
Absolutely, yeah. We're starting to get a little bit concerned about the availability, so I would get in sooner rather than later. Of course, this is extra sweeter because we've got the bank holiday saving for no reason whatsoever. It's not the bank holiday
it's finished,
anymore.
but not here.
Yeah, absolutely. We do bank holiday right the way up until Friday. Here's the ship then. So, you know, feast your eyes on this. You know, this might for you be a first time cruise. It might be a change of cruise line. You might have cruised with the same cruise line for the last 20, 25 years. Maybe it is time to have a look at a different cruise line. And MSC are amazing. Go read the reviews, go and watch this video as well, because the MSC cruises, they are new, and this is a relatively new ship. And the great thing about Virtuosa is so many people have cruised out of the UK on her already. So her reputation is becoming really, really big indeed. So she's very, very popular. She's with us from May right the way through the season as well. 17th of May. Now, Sean, Hayley, have you got your 2025 calendars yet?
Well,
Not yet,
I think
but
we
I'm
could
gonna
make
get
this
one.
happen.
I think we could fill it.
Well, exactly. I mean, this is very easy to say, right, okay, what's the deposit on this tonight? It's £100 each?
£100 per person.
Right, so £100 each. You can make that decision without even, if your other half's asleep right now,
What a treat to wake up to.
You could make this decision right now. It would be £200 deposit for the couple.
And then we could pay off the
and job done.
But I can't believe the price of this.
Yeah, it is.
And the ship looks absolutely
and that's a whole week.
Stunning.
And tipping is a thing on cruising in general. With every MSC, and we've not mentioned this so far this evening, not for any particular reason, we've had so much to talk about, but MSC, your gratuities, your service charges, your tips are all included.
Gosh.
So normally there's a daily charge for, they call it crew appreciation, to look after the crew.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing people
They
and
are.
you like to recognise them. So there's usually a crew appreciation charge of one type or another. With MSC, no. What did I say before? Disruptor.
Definitely.
Aren't they just
and the other bonus on this, if you do want to add a drinks package, half the normal price.
Yes.
£28 per person.
And I would snap that up, but always caveat and say please drink responsibly. But there are so many.
But it's your soft drinks and
it's so right the way up to
Yeah.
glasses of champagne.
so you know
I mean,
We don't really drink during the day, but we'll have a drink at night. So it's so well worth getting a drinks package.
Can I just take you through an average cruiser's day? You'll drink juices during the day. You might have a white wine by the pool. You might have a glass of wine with lunch. We've only got to lunch and we've spent that already, haven't we?
You've spent that.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Before we even get to the afternoon, before we get to the gin and tonic, before we get ready for the evening.
Before dinner,
You're on holiday.
Watch the show.
Here's where we're going as well, by the way, just to remind you, because, you know, this cruise is going somewhere as well. It's not just an amazing cruise for an amazing price. We go somewhere as well.
Yeah.
And we're spending a week going around the fabulous Norwegian fjords, which are stunningly beautiful, very relaxing. There's something about standing on the top deck of a cruise ship as it's sailing through the fjords and just maybe sitting there on your own and just having a few reflective moments. It's so good for you. I'm no medical doctor, by the way, but it's so
fresh,
good
crisp
sometimes
air.
just to reconnect with you.
You read that so often,
Yes.
just that outdoors, that greenery, that fresh air, it is.
Well, how many people have got a book on their coffee table or on their bookshelf that eventually I'll get round to it. When I finish this and when I finish that and when I go on a cruise and you will spend time for yourself and read that book. Now, let's go to the unpronounceable, shall we? Here's where we're going. Haugesund, Nordfjordeid, Flam and Stavanger, I think everyone can cope with. Wonderful places up in the fjords. Please, please, please take the excursion when you go into Flam, which is take the Flam Railway up to the photo stop in the waterfall onto the next station, and you can take a tour where you actually cycle back down towards the ship. And it's the most wonderful thing.
It looks
Do you know what? Sometimes it's just the simple pleasures, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's lovely. Just get on a bike and just... You remember Heidi? Ah, there you are. You can be Heidi in the hills of Norway.
I'm in.
It's
I
great
want
though.
to throw my legs either side
Yeah,
and just
it's
freewheel.
wonderful.
Straight back
It's
onto
so
the ship.
lovely. And it's so out of the ordinary. That's the thing. Cruising takes you out of your ordinary.
Yeah.
And that makes for a magical
and it takes
holiday.
you and looks after you, and honestly it's all so simple and so affordable this morning as well. This price is super popular and I'm not surprised. So if you do want this, market beating I think is an understatement. It should be 524, which is already
A great price.
But we have got those extra savings, but they're time limited, but actually I would say now it's
Cabin
also,
limited.
yeah, availability.
It's less than £500 for a 7-night cruise. If you've never cruised before, it might be that step into cruising. You've seen that ship, you've seen all the facilities on that ship that you've got. I love the fact that you've got activities running throughout the day that you can or choose not to take part in. If you want to just put your feet up, like Derek said, and read your book, it's completely down to you. And that goes for the dining as well and the dressing up, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I've got to dress up every night on a cruise. It's not like that.
No, of course you always used
want
to be.
to.
Because cruising used to be for Lord and Lady something.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Yes.
Where they were very, very used to all of that because that was their normal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually, now cruising is for everyone. So if you want to be
And it
casual
truly
all the
is,
way
yeah.
through the cruise, you absolutely can. You've got so many different choices. But if you do like to dress up, there are the occasions to do that. And let me tell you, on these MSC ships, there are the backdrops to take the perfect photos.
Pictures,
They've got professional photographers on board as well. Or, of course, you can take your own, do what you want to, but you will get the most. That's the other thing about a cruise as well. And I know there are so many things about a cruise. There are thousands of them.
We need an extension to the show, I think.
It's the memories they leave behind as well. You know what? If any of us went, right, week in, I don't know, I'm going to pick Torremolinos for no particular reason. I've never been there myself. But if I went to Torremolinos for a week and came back and you said, how was your holiday? I'd be like, yeah, it was all right.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Nothing to report, really. You come back from a cruise, oh, we went to this place I couldn't pronounce before we went there in Norway, and we went up and saw this railway with a big surprise. We stopped for a waterfall on this railway trip, and then we cycled back down like Heidi.
And then there was a robot in the bar.
There you go.
Making me a drink.
There you go.
That is
Oh my
just
goodness.
everything. And the wonderful thing is, not only have you got an incredible price this morning, there's a really low deposit as well. So if you are thinking, well, yes, this is for us, it's £100 per person deposit, that's it. and then you've got so little extra then to pay because the cruise it's so affordable. We can't believe the price, and I know you haven't. So many of you have booked it in these last couple of hours, and congratulations. You will have the time of your life on a fabulous ship, seeing the most beautiful places.
And the most beautiful ship. The Virtuosa, a stunning ship. We've seen all those facilities that you're going to experience, and we'll try and squeeze in another look a little bit later on.
I can't wait to ask that robot for a drink.
That's it. Program your little drink in, my word. Now, it's all about what you've had to say with Cruise First. Remember, approaching 25 years in the cruise industry. This is what some of their passengers have had to say.
For me, I think it's getting to see a lot of different places, having a little taster of different places, and then deciding, is it somewhere that I would like to come back and see a little bit more of, really. And that's why me and my husband have chosen to do cruises.
I love meeting people. I like getting away from my bungalow by the sea on my own and being with other people and having a great time and meeting friends, some friends that I still keep in contact with now from lots of past cruises. That's really good.
You can never get bored on a cruise ship. Whether it's at a destination or it's got a sea day, there's always plenty to do. You never get bored. You don't even know you're sailing. And when you're sailing, as I say, you're sailing at night and you don't even know. You can't feel anything. And I'd highly recommend cruises, most definitely.
Oh my goodness, everybody falls in love with cruising, but I've also fallen in love with Cruise First as well, because everything is sorted for you. It makes everything so simple to find your perfect cruise, and perhaps this next cruise is the perfect cruise for you. We're staying with MSC.
And we're staying on the Virtuosa as well. It's also a no-fly cruise that we've got for you, but this time, no fly to the Canaries and to Portugal. It's a 12-night itinerary on the 21st of April.
That price for 12 nights?
If it was $799, great.
That's great, yeah.
It's less than that. It's $774 per person because of that bank holiday sale that we've got for you. Low deposit, just £100 per person on your deposits. I think we should have another look on the ship,
I want to
Derek.
get back on that ship.
Yeah, well, can I just tell you both? It doesn't clash with your fjords.
Great.
Just saying. Same ship, and you will. I mean, listen, once bitten, forever smitten. This ship is beautiful. I have to say, when I took people I took about 150 people off in 2022 on one of these new MSC ships, and they were all super impressed. Some have never sailed with MSC before. You know, lots of people. By the way, we deal with all of the major cruise lines at Cruise First as well, so we've got that really broad set of eyes. We're not just saying, okay, well, we're pushing MSC because we just fancy pushing MSC.
Right.
We work with Royal Caribbean, we work with Holland America, we work with Cunard, we work with all of the major cruise lines and the luxury cruise lines as well. But MSC in particular, we love. Because actually, for a first timer, you get the chance to experience more cruise. Because sometimes I think as a first timer, you need a good shot at it. Sometimes 2 or 3 nights, you kind of think, well, I didn't really see anything.
You miss it, yeah.
I don't feel like I really got the feel of how life is on there. You know, so you've got to do at least 7 nights, even as your first one, really. This one as well, because it's not that far from home. We talk about, you know, lots of people like to cruise the Far East, they like to cruise the Caribbean and whatever, but some people like to be not too far away from home. So that comfort, if you like, of sailing to and from Southampton. Come and just talk about the shopping on Virtuosa for a second. I've just noticed that we dipped into the shops, because people worry very much so when they're sailing for the first time on a cruise. Have I got everything packed? Have I got everything that I need? You always forget there's 2 things. First of all, you can shop on the ship.
Yep.
And secondly, everywhere you port, funnily enough, there are shops. Yeah. But we forget that. We lose our mind, don't we, when we pack for a holiday for the first time. And the same goes for what to pack for your cruise from the UK as well, if you've never been before. You know what? Take a little bit of everything. And if one case isn't enough, well, it's not like the airport where you have to say, OK, 22 kilos at the most or whatever.
We're going from Southampton.
Take 2 or 3 cases. You can carry it, you can take it. Okay.
So you will definitely have the right
Everything on wheels.
Yes. So take every option. I mean, I say
every
that.
pair of shoes.
I say that carefully. Remember, someone's got to drag that case.
Yes,
I know with a lot of couples, there's usually a designated bag carrier.
That's Hayley.
And when you get to the port, by the way, you just leave it at the check-in, and the next time you see your case, it's at your cabin. You're not lumping it around all
That's
day.
a great point.
Yes.
For people who
That's
haven't
amazing.
cruised before,
Yeah.
you're probably expecting, I've got to carry my bags to the cabin. It doesn't work like that, does it? You check in dockside.
Porterage.
I love that.
Porterage.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah.
They just appear.
Just because you're paying less, you're not receiving less in terms of service. Let's talk about Rob again, the robot bar. There he is. Very, very popular.
Nightclub on board.
Yeah, the Attic Club. Do you know the easiest way to find the kids club is it's on the way to the nightclub. You can never lose it. It's so simple. It's so clever. I was on a 3-night cruise with our Cruise First channel team, and we had a wonderful time. Here's where we go though on our cruise. It goes so quickly. We could talk so much about these ships. Here is where we are going, and we start up in Lisbon in Portugal. Lisbon, beautiful capital city, of course. It's wonderful. There's so much to see. Go up into Sintra, into the mountains if you can, because it's really nice. The palace up there is stunning and a little bit beguiling as well. Next we go into Funchal in Madeira. Again, this is a wonderful little Portuguese island, so cute, so charming. And again, to come back from an adventure like this saying that you've been to all of these places, you know, where do you go? You've got so many stories. Yeah, absolutely.
You've unpacked once.
Yes. So when your
seen all
friend
these
asks
places.
you, how was your holiday? You say, take a seat.
Which
Yes.
holiday?
How long have you got?
And the great thing about digital pictures is you don't have to sit through albums and albums anymore, do you? You don't have to do that anymore. Anyway, we're making our way around the Canaries now. We just came through Gran Canaria. Now we're in Tenerife as well. Tenerife is absolutely beautiful. It's much more than you see on that picture there as well. The most
Great
gorgeous
weather
beaches.
at this time of year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, pretty
Perfect.
much guaranteed all year round, isn't it? You're lucky if you ever see a drop of rain in the Canaries. It's ridiculous. They wish there was more rain in the Canaries, don't they? Arrecife in Lanzarote, which is a lovely little port, actually. There's lots to do there. Remember, you can shop till you drop in all of these places as well and bring back what you like. You know, you've got a birthday
'cause you're
coming
not
up
flying
soon.
home.
No, exactly. So, you know, you can go with lots, but you can come back with even more.
I like it.
Vigo is absolutely beautiful. The
That looks
estuary here.
so beautiful.
Yeah. Very stunning. You're going into some lovely places here. And as you see, we go through all the ports one by one, but there are days at sea as well. There are some days where you're not in a port.
But that's great, because you get to enjoy the ship.
Well, there's so much on board, and I think lots of us would want to get off at all these stops because we love all of these places. But it means you've got those days at sea to really appreciate the ship.
And the facilities, the restaurants, the entertainment.
Yeah. And do you know what? Those sea days do also remind you that it's a holiday. Slow down.
Stop now.
Yes.
And we need that helping hand,
We
don't we?
really do, because we find it very difficult to switch off. You know, technology hasn't been such a great thing in that regard. We've got information coming at us left, right and centre 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Technology. It's all there on the ship as well if you want it, but you are able to just say, no, thank you.
Yeah, put that down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said earlier, and you know, you can say, I'm on a ship, you won't be able to contact me, so people won't bother you.
Well, people assume they can't.
Yeah. Absolute heaven.
That's bliss, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
not
That's a
half.
holiday.
And look again at the price. Look at the fact you've got this, should be virtually £800. You've got this incredible saving at £774, because £800 is already a great price, because that's 12 nights. So if you divided that by 12, and then if you tried to actually visit Tenerife, Gran
6
Canaria,
different destinations.
Yeah, Portugal.
Brilliant.
Can you imagine all the flights and ferries?
And sorting all that. Oh,
And then
Tickets
adding on your
Where's the
breakfast
email
costs.
confirmation for that?
That's it. And then you get your lunch, you've got to pay for your lunch, then
Yeah.
you've got to pay for
Now,
your
this
none
works
of
out.
that on the ship.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
Works out at less than £65 per person per night. Can't get a travel inn or a travel lodge for that kind of money. You
So,
get breakfast, you get lunch, you get dinner,
Entertainment,
snacks,
theatre,
afternoon
show,
tea.
activities.
It's brilliant. Brilliant
It's-
value.
I don't see how you could beat. that price.
And if you've never cruised before again, or
What
even
a
if
great
you are
first
a
cruise.
veteran cruiser, the price and the value is brilliant. But as a first cruise with a low deposit of £100 per person, and I think, like you were saying, Derek, it's quite a nice itinerary. It's quite comfortable. It's not too far away. It's familiar places.
And it's a really nice time as well, actually, to go.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Well, I was just about to say, look at the date that it goes, and just think back to April here.
April showers, yes,
Thank
please.
you. Yeah, and lots of them.
We've already gone through winter.
Yes.
And we're waiting for spring.
Yes, and
So
waiting, and waiting.
We're springing into some lovely weather,
Yeah.
just jumping on board.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And actually, you know what? There's great wisdom in putting a ship like this down in the Canaries at that part
time
of the year.
yeah.
Because a lot of people escape there anyway.
Yeah.
So why not see all of them?
All of them
It's
on one
so
holiday.
nice as well not to have to fly, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I do love a no-fly cruise because for me it is luggage. It is all
it's
my
the
shoes and my
luggage. It
clothes.
is.
So you can take very much as you'd like, but be kind. Don't make them too heavy. And then you drop that off as you sort of check in at the port, and then it arrives at your door. You unpack once. And then you see all those
places. And then there's another great deal on board MSC with the Virtuosa with this particular cruise, because you can add a premium drinks package for half the normal price, just £28 per person per night. That is great value.
We've cruised quite a lot. We do love to cruise. I've never seen a drinks package at that price.
No.
Yeah, and can I just say, because you might have seen on these graphics, and people might literally take it literally, that you can only use that in the night. We just say per night because we talk about the nights of the cruise. It's just occurred to me, actually, I've never thought about this, but this is the whole day. So, of course, the whole day is not necessarily alcoholic drinking, responsibly,
your
of course.
juices in the morning
It's your juices by the pool. It's lots of other soft drinks just to, you know, keep cool in the Canarian sunshine. I'm there right now, you know. And then it might be a glass of wine with lunch, and then it might be more soft drinks in the afternoon, and then it's your gin and tonic before you go to dinner or go and see the show. It's a drink with the show. It's a glass of wine with dinner. It's a nightcap. It can be. It doesn't need to be all of those. It only needs to be 2 or 3 alcoholic drinks realistically an evening, and that has covered it.
Well, we
just
stopped for
perfectly.
drinks at the services, and that was £10.
For coffees, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you think of the
coffees.
price of drinks and what you have to spend, I mean, that's...
Oh, and by the way, on a cruise ship, when you order a cocktail, because you think thousands of people, well, all the cocktails must be pre-mixed in big bottles somewhere. We'll just glug it in. They make them all from scratch
fresh,
there at the
isn't it?
bar, right there for you, and yet you think that drinks package was ridiculous for the service I am getting and how much I'm getting for that.
So not only have you got an incredible price on the cruise, you've got a credible opportunity to actually get that drinks package as well. But remember, the prices for your cruise, it's only till Friday, or as long as there's availability, because we've been really busy this morning. I'm not surprised. And of course, if you do book before 9 p.m. tonight,
you will go into that free prize draw to win £500 worth of credit against your next cruise. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
because perhaps you're cruising for the very first time, you think, oh, a no-flight cruise will be brilliant for me, and I love the Canaries, this is the one for me. And honestly, you'll get on that cruise, you'll want to do another one. When you step off, you'll want to book another cruise. So if you've won that £500,
brilliant. You can get booking straight away, can't you? Remember the phone number if you want to call the centre right now. The team are there right through till 3 a.m. and then they reopen at 9 a.m. in the morning. 0808 120 0000 is the phone number. Or check out the website, cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. All the deals are there if you scroll down, but if you scroll across the top, maybe you want to look for something in particular. Cruises under £599.
What about being away at Christmas?
Christmas packages.
Christmas is such a popular time to be away on a holiday right now.
I think lots of us want to get away for
I can
Christmas
completely get it. I can completely
Run
get
away.
it.
Christmas can be so stressful.
Well, you always have, you know, however well we get on with our nearest and dearest, you know, sometimes there is that conversation at that time of the year. Who's going where? Who's having 16 round a dinner table for 6?
The organising.
Yes. And actually, if you say, sorry, can I just say to everyone right now, we're on a cruise.
Sorry, we're away.
It was one of the best things we did, isn't it, go away for Christmas?
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Fabulous.
we have a cruise deal for you where you're in the Bahamas for Christmas.
Oh,
How
yes,
disappointing.
please.
I know. Terrible.
How terrible.
Royal Caribbean we're back with right now. It's a 12-night package.
It's really exciting, actually.
Wouldn't it be? 16th of December this year, you will depart.
And you go.
You start out with your flight to Orlando. Oh my word, what a way to
we have a
spend
look
your
round
Christmas.
Orlando?
Let's have a little look.
Yeah, because you're going to be there for 7 nights. So you're going for a week this time.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're going just before Christmas. And the great thing, of course, all the parks in Orlando, Christmas
Oh, my
everything.
word, I hadn't
Christmas
even
is
thought of that.
and they're open.
Christmas times 100, isn't it?
Yes, and the parks are all open, even Christmas Day.
Really? On
Yeah,
Christmas
you can go.
Day?
Yeah, you can go to the big parks on Christmas Day as well. So it's not like
They
Orlando
will be
stops.
magical, won't they? Whatever
At
age
Christmas,
you are.
yeah.
Can you imagine, like here in the UK, like being able to go to a theme park on Christmas Day?
Not going to happen.
No, never going to happen. But yeah, can you imagine? This is the ultimate one. And actually, everyone can make this happen with the family as well, because usually the kids are off over
Yes,
Christmas or whatever
yes.
as well. So treat them if you've been meaning to do it, because a lot of people. I mean, just look at the price that we're seeing before we know anything. We're spending a week in Orlando. Remember, 7 nights in a hotel. Look at the price on screen right now, and think about what people are spending to take one trip to one park and stay in one resort hotel. Just think about that for a
I
second.
think even going away for Christmas, sort of for 3 days in the UK.
Oh,
You know,
The place we looked at, it was about £1,000.
yeah, because you need to have booked it a year and a half in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
You can't have any last minute. You know, you couldn't be thinking about that at this, because we are talking this Christmas, by the
Yeah.
way. So you couldn't be talking about arranging a city break holiday where we are right now. What is it? September now? August. September.
August
where are
going
we?
into September.
Nearly
end of-
September.
Right.
end
So
of
you
August.
couldn't plan that now because it would be far too late,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? You'd have had to have booked that last
This
September.
is amazing. So 16th of December this year, going out to Orlando, and I'm just seeing those theme parks and
Yeah.
all the Christmas
But it's not
decorations
just,
and-
like you were saying, Orlando's not just about theme
No.
parks, is
No,
it?
no, no.
There's so much fine dining in Orlando.
Yes.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's such a massive choice as well. I just think you'll be fascinated by the place. And of course, remember, if you want to add car hire to that, do a bit of drive around, then we can make that happen for you as well here at Cruise First. That's always a
Lovely.
possibility. Then we will transfer you, we'll take the train actually from Orlando down to Fort Lauderdale, which is where we'll join the ship. This time we're on Liberty of the Seas, and we get on the ship the day before
Wow.
Christmas Eve. And again, this is like a continuation of what you've just done. So if you've got the kids and the grandkids and the multi-generations of family that we were
Yeah.
talking about before, because of course the kids can do all the park stuff and whatever, you know, mum and dad and nan and granddad can go off and do their own thing and whatever while they're on board. But everyone's having that similar kind of Orlando park experience all over again on the cruise, which is fantastic. So they have got the surf simulator. And listen, you don't need to be an expert to look good on that.
This is
Oh,
brilliant.
that is fabulous.
That's surfing for beginners.
And then an ice rink.
This is the place to try it, Hayley,
Ice
isn't
rink
it?
on
Yeah.
board.
Ice skating for the first time.
There you go.
Have another go. Have another go on a
I'm
cruise
so
ship.
bad, but yes, I would have another. go.
Climbing walls. There's so much to do, isn't there?
And
Yeah.
that is the thing, Royal Caribbean, that they are so good, aren't they, with
Yeah,
that?
they are
there
the
is-
entertainers.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they certainly are. Just everything they do is smart and bright and colourful and fantastic. And the food offerings, let me tell you, until you've been to a Windjammer buffet on a Royal Caribbean ship, honestly, you've not lived.
Windjammer buffet.
Yeah, they're all called Windjammer. They're absolutely brilliant, and you know, nowhere near like a buffet at all. It's literally you go round with your
That's
eyes
you.
on stalks.
That was Hayley on that ride then. That would be your reaction. There would definitely have to be some bleeping.
Oh, brilliant. I'd do that once and I'd never get back on again, but I would
I would
absolutely
love
it.
that.
Oh, it's just
Now-
brilliant. Okay, right.
Oh.
Okay.
We have Christmas here.
This is Christmas Day. Christmas
How
Day
great would
in
that
Nassau
be?
in the Bahamas. Fresh seafood. Go down to the National Art Gallery, maybe. Just enjoy the Bahamas in the sunshine. And then we've got a perfect day at Coco Cay. Now, this is where Royal Caribbean have changed the game yet again. And this is their biggest single private destination in the world.
It
It's
looked incredible.
wonderful.
We looked it up. It looks
There are
amazing.
700 Royal Caribbean crew that work on this island alone.
So they're there
gives you
all the
Just
time.
on the island.
They don't live there, but they're there working every single
Right.
day. So that gives you an idea of the size and scale of this private island resort, and it is amazing. They call it Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's got lots and lots of different zones in there. You can hire those wonderful cabanas. You've got so many water attractions there. You've got the tallest water slide in North America is there. There are nice chill places. You see where the ship docked there as well.
Yes.
It's not like you're getting on a little boat to tender
No.
over to the island.
Right there.
Straight there. So that means you can get on and off the ship as you want to. The kids are going to love it.
Look who's on board.
Yeah.
Father Christmas.
I think he'll be enjoying it because, of course, the Perfect Day at Coco Cay is on Boxing Day, so he'll be done by then.
He's got his feet
He
up,
can
yeah.
he can be that.
He can have his
relaxed.
milk, have his milk and
Absolutely.
cookies.
Should we take him with us?
He might need
Yes.
to take his hat off. He'll be a bit hot.
Yes, I think he might be in that part of the world. Then we come back into Fort
That
Lauderdale.
sounds like heaven.
I know.
And then you fly us home.
Yeah. So we come back on what, 28th-ish?
That's brilliant.
So
So you're
between
back for the
Christmas
New
and New Year, yeah, if you want to be.
Oh,
Well, you don't have
I
to be.
Was,
You were there
I
then, yeah.
was definitely
We could
there.
add a stay somewhere else. I mean, also, you could
Yeah,
finish
you could
that.
do New Year somewhere.
Yeah, Vegas, New York.
And that's the thing with
LA.
cruise first. If you think, well, actually, I'd love to do that, but I'd like to then, rather than come home straight away, could we do this? And,
Yeah, and the answer is always yes. Always yes.
Brilliant.
Where do you want to go from there? Stay in
and
the
the great
States?
thing is, we've got that peace of mind that this is a company that's been going for virtually 25 years.
Yeah, yeah. Next year, 25 years. And they really know what they're doing. And they are fantastic at unlocking deals and extra bonuses for
They've
you.
got the connections.
Yeah,
haven't they?
if you're
they
ever
know.
looking for, I mean, our bank holiday right now, this bank holiday sale, I don't think we'd even really promoted it that massively, to be honest, or we thought about how long it was going to be in duration, to be honest with you, because we don't need to do this. Don't think anybody else is doing this kind of thing right now in the cruise business. We don't need to. And you know, like every penny counts, as we all know,
Yeah.
right? So for us to do these kind of extra savings right the way through until Friday, and if you book it before 9 o'clock tonight, you're in with a chance of 500 quid's worth of credit for your next cruise booking.
Yeah.
I mean, hello.
And at Christmas time, you'd normally pay a premium, wouldn't you? You'd
But when
normally pay.
you look at that price,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the price and I think, yeah, and you think, yeah, it is over Christmas, which is amazing. We had a stay for a week in Orlando, first of all. I have to double check because you're like, really, for this price?
Your
You
flights.
stay 7 nights in Orlando. Your return flights. Then you get onto the Liberty of the Seas for that 4-day mini cruise, but you end up on Christmas Day in the Bahamas.
Christmas Day in the Bahamas. Oh, yes. please.
We're all there, aren't we?
Where would you rather be on December when you
I think-
draw back the curtains on Christmas Day and it's grey and dark and you've got to do the sprouts and peel the
So
potatoes?
stressful, can't it? No peeling sprouts or doing your own dinner.
No.
No.
And do you know what? Special occasions on ships, like Christmas,
Oh, they do it.
they're a spectacle, aren't
Oh,
special,
they
aren't
bring
they?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean aren't going to forget the
Yeah.
fact that it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I promise you
they?
that.
Yeah.
I would say it'll be a Christmas like no other Christmas you've
Yeah.
ever had before.
You won't need a present.
No.
You've got it in your holiday.
This could be your present. Sean
Yes.
and myself, that's what we do. We don't buy each other presents because you do get to a point where you either buy it yourself or you've got everything that you want. So treat each other
Yeah.
to a holiday.
Now, there's also some great upgrades available on this particular sailing. So you've got your return flights, you've got your 7 nights hotel stay in Orlando, 4 nights on Liberty of the Seas. However, if you upgrade to Ocean View for £199,
Brilliant.
you'll actually get a balcony. So it's a free upgrade from Ocean View to balcony.
Yes, you pay the Ocean View price, but you're not in an Ocean View.
You're in a
That's-
balcony.
Because you know the
So
difference.
good.
So just for those people who don't know,
Yep.
because not everyone's been cruising.
No.
So an inside cabin doesn't have a view to the sea. An Ocean View has a window,
window,
to the sea,
yeah.
a balcony. You open doors.
Your own
you
balcony.
Out
sit
to your
out
own
on
private
the
balcony.
balcony.
Chairs and table out there.
Little
You can
drink
have your
out
breakfast
there.
out there first thing in the morning. You can, last thing at night, actually, you wake up in the middle of the night. If you're not a good sleeper and you wake up in the middle of the night, it's quite nice to just sit out and
So
just listen
calming,
to the
Listen to
sea.
yeah, the sea is
It's
so
lovely.
calming, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine that in the Bahamas over Christmas.
Oh, and it'll be so warm on the balcony.
Do you know, I hadn't even thought about the sunshine. I've thought about everything
warmth.
else.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
sunshine.
There is that bonus.
brilliant. A great price once again. £1,449 per person. The
But
prices
only till
start
Friday.
at
Remember, these
Yes,
deals
that
are
extra
only till
exclusive
Friday.
deal.
And if you book before 9 o'clock tonight, you'll go into that draw for the £500 as well, which we'll tell you about again later. That'll be for a future cruise. Brilliant.
Now, we are live right through till 3 a.m, but get booking. They're in the call centre right now, 0808 120 0000. But if you're new to Cruise First, let's listen why people love the team.
I want to see Father Christmas.
We always book with Cruise First because we find them very efficient, very helpful, never any problems.
Well, it was the first channel we booked with, and it was absolutely wonderful. Whatever you said is what you offered us, is what we got. Any problems, you ring them up, they ring you straight back, or they deal with it there and then.
And everything that they say on TV is what is honest about them. And that's why we cruise every time with Cruise First.
So these are the reasons why you book with Cruise First. We were,
which one to book.
Yeah, we were on our tablets
There's
then.
so many reasons to book. 24 years experience, which just gives us this complete peace of mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Because actually, even if before tonight you had never heard the name Cruise First, you know now that we've been around for nearly 25 years. You know what?
great.
Maybe we've just been keeping it a well-kept secret. But listen,
anymore.
take advantage. Well, you can see the prices speak for themselves. You know, we don't need to rant and rave. We don't need to stand here and, you know, wave party streamers. You know, the prices speak for themselves. It's fantastic. And listen, you know, we are here on TV. We are on, of course, ShopOnTV have a Freeview channel as well.
Yes.
We're there on channel 89, Freeview 89 from 1 until 4 in the afternoon.
That's every day.
We
isn't it?
take over.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
you
Sorry.
do.
We take over
No,
3
we
hours
like it.
every
We
afternoon.
often flick on.
Yeah, we have our own channel, which is 24 hours a day. You'll find the details of that through the website as well. We have a Sky channel all day there, and on YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So actually that allows you, talking of waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to sit on a balcony in the Bahamas, but you can get a cruise fix.
Take
in
a
the
look
middle of
what's
the
on
night.
offer,
Just come and have a look. You're always welcome. Some amazing deals there, and we take you to, you know, literally the 4 corners of the globe as well. So if you fancy a Far East deal or South America to the bottom of the world and to the Antarctic, you know, because we went to the Arctic Circle earlier, we can take you to the Antarctic as well.
I'll take just a quick photo of that. That's all the details, the Sky channel, and of course you can search for Cruise First on YouTube as well. Of course, they've joined us here on ShopOnTV, but they are on our Freeview channel as well each day.
Freeview 89 every afternoon. You can catch Derek and the team.
I'll be there.
And worldwide, like you were saying. That's what I love.
And
Oh yeah,
bespoke.
this is only
It's a little
like,
taster.
Yeah.
it's like a grain of sand on the beach.
So
we're
if
showing
people
you
haven't
tonight.
seen what they want tonight, what they need to do is either jump onto the website or get onto the phones and speak to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you've got a vague idea, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I saw
fancy.
this ship, but I couldn't see the date, you know, and I want to go the year after. You want to sail in 2026. Which you think, that feels like it's years and years and years away.
still do
There's
that.
so many cruise lines that are booking right the way through 2026 that you can book now.
The great thing is you can then split the cost, can't you, over that period of time?
Yeah, do the budgeting, lock in the price now.
Yeah.
Because you know how prices of everything kind of run away.
Like
really
I said earlier,
easily.
just with trains, you know how they go up as you get nearer the date, and you think, why didn't I book that 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
a month ago? You know, the earlier you book now, it seems the better the
It
deal.
makes well in cruise actually that absolutely works in your favour, but we're also in a sweet spot right now as well where there are some tasty late deals around. So again, find those on the website.
Right.
There's a
You've got
tab
them all,
across the
haven't you?
deal for last minute deals because literally if you want to go next Saturday on a cruise, there'll be one on our website right now where you can book it and there will be
love
some
that.
tasty deals. Remember with a late deal, there are less choices in terms of cabin because they're already
Yes.
booked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might not have so much choice about
Take
when you
what's
dine or
left.
where your cabin is or
Right.
whatever, but you can get some really
Great deal.
you know,
Yes.
tasty
You've got a
deals.
sneaky week off, and you think, well, actually, I fancy
great.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
Now,
fabulous.
speaking of great deals, we're going to recap on some of the most popular
fancy the
cruises
Canaries.
tonight. That's good, because we've got one for you with P&O Cruises, the Canary Islands Fly Cruise. Got 3 days in, or 3 nights in Tenerife before the cruise. How great would that be to set you up for your holiday? So 3 nights in Tenerife, and then we join the P&O ship, don't we?
Yeah, P&O Azura. Let's have a little look at Tenerife as if, you know, like we could really do with being there right now. I know we've had a few warm days recently, but they come and they go, don't they?
Yeah.
You soon see that wet front
I feel
coming
like we've
from the
missed
Atlantic
summer
again.
so much this
Really,
year.
we've been so cheated this year, haven't we?
We really
We
have.
said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Summer has kind of showed us a little glimpse and then whipped
Like,
it away
how is
again.
it September?
And then we'll be back
Yeah,
into the winter.
I know.
Then February, we can actually get this
February
incredible deal.
in the Canaries.
Yeah, versus February, where I live in Ripon in North Yorkshire. Wet,
Which is-
windy, cold, all day, every day.
You sound very bitter, Derek.
Dark in the mornings, dark in the evenings.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Oh.
It's just dark, dark, dark.
Do you know what? I'm a November baby and I love the sunshine.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely perfect. Anyway,
Perfect.
3 nights of relaxing hotel stay in Tenerife. And then we transfer you off to the port to join this beauty, and this is P&O's Azura. It's lovely. It's quite nice actually when you're doing a sunny cruise, particularly at this time of the year, to fly straight to the sunshine, straight to the heart of the action, because that maxes out the sunshine,
Yeah.
doesn't it? We've done our flight. It was 4.5 hours or whatever to Tenerife. We got our hotel reward, and now here's the rest of it. Is the cruise around the Canaries on Azura, and she is such a popular ship.
Isn't she?
Oh yeah, I mean people will go back again and again and again. I used to, when I lived in Lancashire, I used to have some neighbours, Jack and Mary, who literally, they were on Azura when she used to do Caribbean at Christmas. They go every Christmas.
Brilliant.
They go twice a year for 2 weeks. Almost no matter where the ship was going, they were following the ship. So
People
wherever
are
she
very
went,
faithful,
yes,
aren't they, to their
absolutely
favourite
are.
ships.
And they want to go back to their cabin,
Yeah.
on the deck they like and whatever. And that's the lovely, lovely thing. You can't really say that with a hotel. You don't really have the same kind of affection for a hotel in the
No,
same
it's very
way.
true that.
And remember, most hotels, because, you know, people say, oh, aren't they just floating hotels? Well, you know, how many hotels have not just a big grand main theatre which holds 1,000 people, but, you know, other lounges, a choice of 11, 15, 20 different restaurants. Do you know what I mean? I
And different shows every night, you know.
it
it's
just
not
doesn't
the,
compare.
the
And this is why
restaurants
more
that are
people
different.
need to try it. This
Yeah,
is why more
without
people
a
need
doubt.
to get out there.
You'll be blown
and
away
try
if
a
you've never
cruise.
been on a cruise ship.
Yeah, seriously, you'll come back and you'll say, why haven't we been doing that for the last 20
Yeah.
years?
Definitely.
What a great
Don't
way to
leave
holiday.
it. It isn't the territory of the retired,
I think,
as is
yeah.
sometimes the stereotype. There are retired people that cruise because they have more time to be able to cruise, but the average age of cruisers has come down and down and down and down and down, because more people are enjoying it and finding out about it, and it is incredible, and the value for money here is ridiculous. Right, here we go then. Remember, we're cruising out of Tenerife, and we go into Funchal in Madeira. I love that. That garden there is just beautiful. It just reminds you of the Madeira cake, which is the last thing you'll want to be eating in the sunshine, I'm sure, in February, which is wonderful. Gran Canaria, not so many people know Gran Canaria actually, and there are some phenomenal parts of it. Just a lovely drive around the island is gorgeous. Go down to Porto-Magan and see where the billionaires park their yachts.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. Go down to Maspalomas, down to the famous dunes there. Fuerteventura, again, is another fantastic Canary Island. Of course, they're all formerly volcanic, which gives them this unique landscape, but they're nice and hot and warm, and that's all we need
We'll
to know,
take
really,
that in
isn't it? Yeah, we
February,
will
thank you.
take that.
I think one of the best places for sunshine at this time of year.
Yeah, absolutely. Tenerife, we're back in there for an extra overnight, of course.
How great.
So we're not rushing straight off the
So you
ship.
chill us off before with
Yeah.
our stay, and then we have an extra night on board at the end.
And we've got, remember, flights and transfers are included. This is a complete package. So we fly you to Tenerife, we transfer you to the hotel, we transfer you from the hotel to the ship, and we transfer you from the ship to the airport for your flight back. We've taken care of everything there, and still it's only $799. I have no idea why.
Less than £800
know.
for a 10-night cruise with P&O.
And you can't
Yeah.
ever say, no one watching this right now could ever say or accuse P&O of being a budget cruise
No
line.
way.
They are not
No.
at all. They are a luxury
I
cruise
think when
line.
people think about cruises, they think about P&O. It's often the advert you see on the
Yes.
TV.
It's
isn't
very
it?
British, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Which
You
we
spend
love.
in British pounds when you're on board as well, so you know what everything costs.
Okay.
That's the great thing. You don't have to take adapters with you. You plug your your plugs
So
into
our
their
plugs
sockets.
fit.
Yes, absolutely.
And what's the big bonus in your cabin?
I want a cup of tea.
There's a kettle.
There's a little kettle in
It's all
the
we
cabin.
want, isn't it? Simple pleasures in life. We want
It
the
is something
kettle.
I often really miss.
You might still take your own tea bags. You know,
That's okay.
I think I can't remember which tea bags they have on.
Don't commit,
I'll
Derek.
forget.
Don't
I
commit.
will always take my Yorkshire Gold with me. But that's because I'm a surrogate Yorkshire folk now.
You'll love it. You are going to absolutely love it. And again, look at that price. I mean, it's so incredible. It works out at £80 per person, well, under £80 per person per night.
That's brilliant. Where could you get that?
Where could you
With
get
everything that's
A
included.
hotel stay.
Hotel stay, transfers, that gorgeous
For a night.
cabin on board, all the facilities, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Flights.
It's and the entertainment for
Everything.
me, especially with P&O, brilliant. They are someone who are really proud of their theatre shows, and they have some quite unique acts in some of the venues as well that you'll absolutely love.
I've got an auntie and uncle that love to cruise, but they
Yeah.
only cruise with P&O. They absolutely love it. And you may fall in love with it just the same and only ever cruise with P&O, but do check out the website. We've got so much available, but this deal is a deal you'll find difficult to match, I think.
At $849, it's a brilliant price. It's a 10-night holiday, I should say, and it will go back up to $849 after Friday. So book it right now on the phones 0808 120 0000.
Team are still there.
Yes,
They're
they
there
are.
till 3 o'clock, ready and waiting. They've been super busy, but thank you for being patient with them. We've been really busy.
They're just saying they're back at 9 in the morning. I
They
hope it's
are,
a different
bless them.
team.
It will be a different team, I'm sure. And they won't make them get up so early.
Or you can.
Perhaps they just fall asleep in their chair and wake back up.
You can register for a call back on the website, remember. If you go to the
well worth looking on
website,
the website.
cruisefirst.co.uk /TV, go to your particular cruise, and there's a little form to fill in, and they'll call you back after 9 a.m. tomorrow. We are running out of time. We've been
And
so
we've got
busy.
another favourite to tell you about. If you did miss it earlier, it's been our absolute bestseller, and you will see why. MSC Cruises, as we've discovered tonight, just the most incredible cruise ships, but incredible value for money, and this is the best. £499 per person.
For a 7-night cruise.
7 nights
And-
on a stunning ship.
Derek, I mean, straight away, you've got to point out the ship is not budget at all. is
No,
it?
and it's
Look
also.
at it.
It's not a ship that's been on the ocean for 40 years. You know,
Right, it's not an older ship.
It's not, pardon the phrase, ready for the knackers. It's not. It is a brand new ship, which is wonderful. She's only been around since 2020.
And that reflects in some of the facilities, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can see it.
amazing. And a complete game changer for MSC as well. And actually, lots and lots of really charming touches that you'll love as a Brit as well, like being able to sneak off to the pub for a crafty pint.
Great.
You know, that's really nice. And when you go in there, it's got that really cosy feel of a lovely,
It's
you
amazing,
know, a
isn't it?
lovely pub that you
The
just go
design's
into.
very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although what we were saying before, when you go up to the ship, you'll think, my word, it's huge.
Yeah.
But the way it's designed inside, there's intimate areas,
Yeah,
isn't there?
it's amazing.
Yeah. And for those people as well, just talking about the size thing again, you know, people say, oh, I couldn't do all of that walking. That's another thing that people say a lot.
Right.
But remember, what happens with a ship is actually most of the ship, if you think about it, is cabins.
Yes.
It's places to sleep. Well, I say
Yeah.
most of the ship. A great proportion
Yeah.
of what you see on the outside of a ship is cabins. They're balconies looking out. Everything you do on the inside is generally around 2 or 3 decks.
all- yeah,
so
it
everything's
is. It's
kind of fairly
quite
close
close.
together.
Right.
Because everything happens either in the middle of the ship one way or the other, the front or the back, or at
Yeah.
the top. The top, of course, is where the pools are, because that's where you want to see the sun, so they've got to be on the
Yeah.
top. I was explaining this to somebody the other day, and they said, oh, actually, I hadn't even thought about that. I would have thought, you know, forever going up and down stairs and whatever. Let's talk about stairs for a second, because actually, you virtually
need
never
to
need
use
to
them.
take one step at all, apart from in and out of your bath room. Because they have elevators, and it's not just one lift where
They
there's
have so
50
many,
people
don't they?
waiting.
Yeah.
There's banks of
They
elevators.
have banks of like 6 or 8 lifts all together at a time.
Continually
MSC's
something,
lifts
yeah.
are very, very clever, actually. They've got technology in them that kind of shares them out you know, fairly and
Clever.
whatever. They're very,
Right.
very clever. Anyway, let's look at restaurants, because restaurants are a big part of a cruise. And they are many and plenty. Main dining is incredible, and the service you'll get from the team on board is incredible. Oh yes, I know one of the team is a robot.
Which is great.
Which
Again,
is great.
You can't believe you've got this ship for this price.
But that's right next to the champagne bar as well, the robot bar.
Fabulous.
Yes, you're right. I mean, £499. Think about all the holidays, all the 1 week holiday ideas you could have at this time of year, and try and price them up in your head right now. We were talking about let's talk about where we're going to on this cruise first. I just need to come back to a point in
Right.
just a second. We're going to the Norwegian fjords, of course. Now, this is one of the most popular choices for those people who have never taken a cruise before. But a lot of people have started their cruise adventures by cruising far away. They've gone straight for the
Yes.
Caribbean or straight for the half-world cruise or whatever, and sometimes forget to go up to this absolute jewel of a beauty.
It's
which
not
is,
that far, is it?
if you look at it on a map, it's just up there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
looked
it's-
at it.
it's
It was
not
funny,
that
yeah.
Just take a 45-degree angle northeast from the tip of the Orkney Islands,
Yeah.
and soon you'll be in Norway.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously close, and yet it couldn't be further from the feel of the UK.
When you look at this scenery.
It's stunning. It's these vast, wonderful gorges, which are kind of a mix between rivers and canals. That's kind of like the film, much bigger than a
Yes.
canal would ever be. They were carved out by the glaciers in the most beautiful, beautiful places, all of which you will come back with wonderful stories from as well. Some of them are tiny little villages. Stavanger, for instance, is a city in Norway terms, but if I took you there now, you'd be like, this isn't a city, it's not big enough, it's tiny. It's wonderful though, and they're so, so charming. They've all got their amazing charms. We were talking before, just going back to the price of this overall package,
Yeah.
we were talking before about just a run-of-the-mill hotel chain in the UK. And I don't want to do any of them down.
No.
You know, we all stay in them, we all use them for different reasons, but it doesn't necessarily feel like a holiday. We use them for function,
Yeah.
because we need to
Great
be
point,
somewhere
yeah.
or whatever. It's not somewhere you would choose necessarily as, let's have a week's holiday in.
No.
No, let's not do that. But if you think about all of the different, renting a holiday cottage for a week, you might think that the baseline price looks good, but then you forget that you have to feed yourself for the whole week.
Yeah.
You have to amuse yourself for the whole week. If you want to go and see a show, how's that per ticket? You've got to arrange travel to places. Who's going to drive? How
There's
far away is it?
absolutely-
There's too many things.
So
There's
many
no
factors.
driving. I love that. If I'm going on holiday,
Yeah.
I don't want to get in my car. I don't want to have to drive anywhere or
No.
be the designated driver. I want to be on my holiday from driving. I love the fact as well there's no flying with this, because
No.
that's very calming, isn't it?
Well, some people don't. Some people prefer not
Don't
to.
like to
Yeah.
fly.
Some people just prefer not to, and they say, we don't leave the UK because I don't fly. You can cruise the
Missing so
world.
much,
And
yeah.
it's
the world from the
exciting
UK.
going down to Southampton to sail out of
Yes, it is.
Southampton. We absolutely
Well,
loved it, didn't we?
actually, when we did MSC, we did the Splendida.
Yeah.
I remember driving into Southampton and seeing the ship.
brilliant.
And seeing a couple of other ships there as well,
Yes.
because Southampton is a busy
Oh,
port. isn't it?
passport, yeah.
But you drive up to that ship and honestly, it takes your breath away, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And then when you get on board, there's
Fabulous.
so much to see. With the Virtuosa, what's the street called again? With
The Galleria.
the gallery.
With a wonderful LED dome that goes right through
That
the centre of
looks
it.
incredible.
It's awesome. You get completely lost in that as well, and they use it in so many different ways. They use it for promotion. Sometimes they put like a fireworks display on
Theme
the
night.
screen
Oh,
as well. It's awesome. It's
And
so
this
clever.
ship is just out of this world. You will not believe you spent £499
No
per person
way.
when you actually get on board. If you never got off, if you didn't actually sail anywhere, that is amazing. And I think when we did that 3-day cruise to nowhere after when we were all been locked up for
Yeah,
ages, I think
staycation.
that was more
I think it was more than that
for
yeah.
3 days.
And tonight it's £100 per person deposit. While the cabins last, I think it's
Yeah,
been the busiest one tonight.
I'm not at all surprised. And it's not just about the price. I think actually it's the combination of the price and the ship as
And
well.
what you
Because
get, yeah.
again, like
And the fjords, I think. I think a lot of people, it's somewhere
Oh, they're
they
amazing.
want to go. And when you see the pictures, you just think, oh,
Yes.
To see that.
Yes, and if we sent you a brochure, which we can, but it would only show you one still image of one place. When we can show you videos of these places that you're going to, you really get a sense and a feel. But even that video doesn't give you the true sense and the feel of standing up on the deck on these wonderful, very, very long sunsets. Yes, getting that fresh air. And there is something very, very different about it. This is a holiday as well. You can take the whole family. You know, you can take the tiniest of tots with you as well, by the way. They've got kids clubs where they'll babysit the little ones for you while mum and dad go and reconnect and have dinner and whatever.
Grandparents.
Yes.
The whole family.
And it is a lovely way. You know, I mean, quite often family groups do go away on holiday together and someone's got to play brown owl and do all of the organising, which is not great fun, and meet him. No,
and it's
just say to everyone.
All wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you say to everyone, Southampton.
Perfect.
You ring round the family later today, and you go right. It's £100 each deposit.
That's great.
Get that over to me. I'll get the booking in and book for all of us. And you know what? If it's just a couple of you booking on this, if you book this by it's 9 o'clock tonight, isn't it?
Yep.
You go into the draw to potentially win £500 of cruise credit, which is actually the value of one person of the two taking this cruise.
And that's an exclusive with the booking here at ShopOnTV.
That's just for this.
This is the other thing we talked about on a ship like this. To have this kind of facility, a robot serving you a cocktail.
Yeah. And it's great. And you know what? It draws such a crowd. Things like this draw such a crowd. They're great to just stand and
It's a show in itself.
Yeah, yeah. They are great.
The ship is just amazing, and of course you're getting your breakfast, lunch and your dinner, but there's also an incredible drinks package that you can add on to this, and I would definitely do it because I've never seen a drinks package at this price.
No, we would always say obviously drink responsibly, but the drinks
it's all
package,
your drinks. It's your soft drinks.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you don't have to drink a drop of alcohol, but even if you were buying a few juices a day or a few Coca-Colas, or it adds up, isn't it?
It could be teas and coffees, speciality teas and coffees included as well.
And you know what? The bar prices are very good. You know, we're not saying by having a drinks package is because the bar prices are
too much.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So the deals are great, but you've got it even better when it is just £29 per person per night.
Yeah. It's half the normal price.
That's so good, because I think just if you thought, well, I'll have juice in the morning, I know I'll have a couple of cups of tea, and then
maybe you like a speciality coffee, and then you want to go for some soft drinks through the day. It just pays for itself.
Obviously, whatever you want. If you want to just go for the holiday, just go for the holiday. You've got the deal of the night. However, do look at that and think, well, actually, that would be possibly a good thing to add on. And the great thing is you can talk to the team. Now, they're there till we're hitting 3 o'clock now, but they will be back at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I can't say hitting 3 o'clock now because it's very early in the morning.
It's very, very early or very, very late. You decide. We've got to say what a joy it's been to have you here.
I think I have to come back though.
I think you definitely need to.
I think I have to come back.
We've been so busy. Great deals. Thank you so much. And thank you for your knowledge.
I don't know which one to pick.
No.
I think that's the
several.
trickiest thing.
I think you do.
Oh, I do. Here's Christmas. But do have a little jump onto the website right now. Of course, the website is right there for you, cruisefirst.co.uk/TV. You can browse all the deals that we've done tonight. There's a few extra ones there as well. All those prices are different to the prices we've said. Remember, you'll get a discount until Friday because it is a bank holiday extended deal until Friday. But if you do book before 9 p.m. tonight, you will go into that draw and you could actually win £500 worth of credit vouchers for a future cruise.
How great is that?
And that particular cruise is £500.
I know. That's one person taking that cruise.
How great is that?
Fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Yes, good luck with that.
Happy holidays. Derek, again, thank you so much.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thank you to you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Get a holiday book. See you later.